I don't have my headings or anything. So we'll just see what happens. If people decide to come. Because I'm late. What are you doing? What? What? I don't have anything. I just have orange juice. Hello. I apologize for my lateness today. It's really weird stuff going on. Hey, Edward, how are you? Hey, Nico. Good morning. I'm liking the new avatar, dude. I apologize for being late. I'm actually kind of weirded out because I went to go sign into my eCam and it was gone. Like everything's gone. All my overlays, everything's gone. Like I have to figure out what happened. Like all my stuff's gone. I don't know where it is. As you can see, there's no puppies, there's no nothing. Everything's gone. And if Caleb is lurking, dude, like I'm supposed to be doing an interview with Caleb. I apologize, I'm late. Hold on, let me, if you are out there lurking, Caleb. We are going to get this interview done, dude. Let me... I need to... We are starting today off with an interview with Caleb Wildcard, and I don't know if you guys are familiar at all with him or his music, but he is phenomenal and so underrated. We were supposed to do an interview with him last year, and things got kind of put on the back burner, but I'm very lucky that Andrea was able to get back in touch with him this year for us. But yeah, things are a little crazy. So, if he did show up and I just wasn't up or he didn't know where to find me or whatever, I should probably send him the link. That would probably be a good idea, huh? Sorry, like I said, things are a little screwed up right now. I couldn't even get into my computer this morning. I had to completely make a whole new Apple password and everything. Apple's being a bitch today, basically, is what's happening. Apple is not at all, like, being nice to me. I had to completely, like, redo all my Apple stuff. It's one of those days when you think you have, like, everything figured out, and you actually have nothing figured out. Nothing is working the way you want it to. Let me see if I actually even he got back to me. Oh, it was like midnight last night when he got on. Okay. Hey, Carol. How are you, sweetie? Hey, what's up? How are you, Hatter? Long time no speak. How are you? I miss you, bro. All right. Share away. Share away, share away. Morning, Sweeney. How are you? Are you at work, dude? Life is weird. And I'm sorry. I've been like lurking in your streams, but I haven't felt comfortable like coming forward in your streams, and I'm sorry about that. But I have been there, dude, and I have been there to support you, just to let you know. Good morning, James. How are you? Good. You guys are piling in. This is awesome. This is awesome. Like I said, I haven't heard from him yet this morning, but I'm hoping we will. Hey, Andrea. So reached out to Caleb this morning. He reached out to me about midnight. Of course, I was asleep, but I reached out to him this morning and let him know that we were on for today. If we don't end up hooking up today, of course Tuesday is fine, but maybe you can put some feelers out and see if you can track him down. You got a reset stream starting soon. Okay, cool. No work today. Awesome. That's good. I'll send you a message and talk to you about it. I think you know anyway. I don't think, I mean, we'll talk. We'll talk. Yeah, get him if you can get him. I think, yeah. I sent him a message on Instagram. I don't think he's gotten it. I don't think he's awake. I don't know. He sent me a message on Instagram about midnight last night asking if we were still on for today. And I was, of course, in bed asleep. So I sent him a message back this morning saying, yeah, we are on for today. But he doesn't have to come right now. Like, anytime in the next 4 hours is fine. It's not a big deal. You know? It's my own fault for, like, not linking up with him sooner. Sorry. How are you guys doing this morning, though? So, like I said, like, when I first logged on, like, everything is gone from my eCam. Like, it's everything. It made me, like, sign a new user agreement and everything, and then I get on here, and everything's gone. All my presets are gone. My scenes, my preset scenes are gone. Everything, like, everything's gone. It's blank. So, after we finish this live, I'm going to have to figure out what the hell happened. Because I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened to everything. It's gone. My puppies, my little names, my time clock, everything's missing. I'm like, where is everything? But we're going to go with it today and see what happens. You're having problems in the stream switching off then switching back on? Seriously? Are we still having problems with the stream today? That's craziness. You know what else is crazy? Is that there's 10 people in this stream and only 5 likes. What's up, people? What's going on? There we go. Yeah, Yellow Wolf and Shooter Jennings. Did they put out a whole album together? Whoa. Holy crap, that's loud. Wow. Hold on. Hold on. That's like on 100 to you guys. I'm sorry. It was wicked loud. I'm just trying to hear what this... Jump out the window. If they did, I like this album. You're not going to behave. Talk to me in an hour, Carol, about behaving. Oh, okay. I was about to ask, am I the only one, like, loving this Yellow Wolf and Shooter Jennings stuff? Like... like, I'm digging Yellow Wolf singing. Right. He's got a great voice for it. Very cool. So I think one of the things I like so much about it, I mean, besides the fact that he has a good voice, is that he, How did we go from 10 down to 4 people just because of a Yellow Wolf video? What the fuck? I know we don't just have 4 people in here. Seriously? Where'd everybody go? Did we lose people because of the stream? That's not possible. Who's in here right now? James, Sweeney, Carol. Andrea left. She's coming back. Did Nico leave? Do we still have Edward? Did Hatter leave? Where'd everybody go? Tom? I know we have more than 4 people in this stream right now. Seriously, guys. I sometimes wonder. Definitely not what I was expecting from his rock album, but I've learned you can't expect anything from Yellow Wolf. He's always surprising you. Yeah, everybody's still here. I don't understand. Anyway, I'll tell you something, like, the thing that I like the most about it is you take, the last album with him and Kasky, it's such a stark contrast to this album with Shooter Jennings. Like, even the way he dresses, everything, the attitude, the dress, the way he sounds, it's just such a stark contrast, Even with the Slumerian stuff, it's just such a stark contrast. But, like, I've learned that you can't, like, put a label on Yellow Wolf. You can't expect a certain thing from him. Like, he's going to do what he feels he wants to do at that moment in time, and he can wear many, many different hats. He's just that talented. So, but then I also learned yesterday through watching some stuff that I guess there's a beef between him and Royce, and I didn't know that, and I don't know what it's about yet. I didn't finish watching, but I don't know. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, now we're back up to 6. I don't know. Like, what did we do? Our live on Thursday, and I got, for the first time ever in the 5 years of having this channel, I got 2 dislikes. And I was blown away. I was like, how the fuck did that happen? But there you go. I've just decided, okay, Edward's back. I guess I'm just going to roll with the punches from now on. I'm not going to get upset about things because I don't know why, but it really bummed me out. Like, I was bummed out for the rest of the day. And I'm like, afterwards, I'm like, you're so stupid. Why are you bummed out over 2 dislikes? Like, really? Why do you really care? That's one of the songs that you sent me, right? On Instagram? Yeah. I don't know. Is the song like a letdown? Like, is it... Carol. Is it like... You know how I feel about depressing shit first thing in the morning, man? Is it like one of those kind of songs that's like... Be bumming me out first thing in the morning, girlfriend? We're not even up on the... We're not even up... I mean, you can request it all day long. I'll put it up here. Holy shit, why is that so big? See, it's even telling me how to put my overlays in here. Like, this is a brand new program I've never had before. I think something went wrong. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. What does show in background mean? Yeah, I know letdown is good. I just need... Oh, now we're good. Somebody left. 2 people left. A couple people left. I think this is one she put in my Instagram. I don't know. She's been dropping... Oh, wait. Here we go. 3 new messages. Okay, awesome. How do I join the stream? So, like, 2.5 more hours, right? Okay, so the stream... Hold on. Hold on. Andrea! Where's Andrea? Did Andrea leave? Is she back yet? Hold on, guys. I gotta give him the link to the stream. Give me a sec. How is it that partially blocked? Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to link things up with Caleb so that way, because I'm supposed to be interviewing him today on the stream, just so like we can link up. From what I know, King Crooked and Joel Ortiz asked Royce to join and reform Slaughterhouse, but Royce said he ain't doing it without Joe, and Joe says he retired, so that's that. Yeah, I know all about that, Nico. That's not what I'm talking about. I know about all that. I'm talking about Royce has an issue. There's some kind of beef between. Well, Royce has some type of issue with Yellow Wolf, and I'm not sure what it is, so I can't speak on it. But he said something about it in one of his songs. I was listening to, was it Allegory the other night? And he said something about it in one of his songs. So I have to research it and figure out exactly what his issue is with Yella, because I didn't know he had one. Okay. Carol, I will play Let Down by Let Down while I wait for Caleb to get here. He should be here soon. And I'm dying, man. It is hotter than I don't even know what. Now you guys know me though. I'm gonna take my sweater off, and in like 10 minutes I'm gonna be freezing my ass off, and I'm gonna put my sweater back on. You're welcome. You're welcome, hon. Okay, so the reason I got out of Instagram, now I have to go back in. How did I get into shop? What the hell? See, now I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I need to get back over here. Okay. See, this girl be sending me all these songs and stuff. Here we go. No, you sent me Let Down, Love is a Weapon, and Let Down, Karma, and Let Down, Let Down. You've been listening to a lot of Let Down, Carol? Okay, Let Down, Let Down. I knew you sent me a lot of Let Down stuff. See, I do look at what you send me. Do I have to put a filter on this?
Watch me as I break down in the safe house.
I think the filter's on there anyway.
Myself, yep. I'm a letdown in the old town. Got nothing left to give, so I'm heading out back now of the old house in a new town where I don't exist, cause I'm a letdown in my own house. I got no more life to live.
Bummer song.
They got a problem with the way I have a message. I wanna learn to feel the pain. I made a mess here, and their world keeps moving on. I let them chase me until they fall under my feet and then replace me. Another normal fever dream, I let it make me, and their world keeps moving on.
Ah, but that was Lupe's fault, because I watched that podcast religiously, and the whole thing between Royce and Lupe was Lupe's fault. Lupe and King Los and Mouse. That was not Royce's fault. And there were two diss tracks that went back and forth. That wasn't Royce's fault. It was Lupe's.
I let him burn the fear of love and let it hate me. But that fear is moving on.
Good morning, Kepler. Alright, I'm digging this.
This understated cover, this automated lover seated. I'm not coming home now.
Yes, they are. Because your girl is broke. She couldn't even buy groceries this morning. Inside this hell, I know now what they've been saying. Please don't stop me, I'm not going home. Oh shit!
Inside the cell, I know now what they've been saying. Please don't stop me. I'm not going over this overrated blood war, this understated cover, this automated lover scene. I'm not going home.
Hold up. Good song. Hold up, though. I gotta talk to Caleb for a minute. I didn't realize there was a time difference between us. He's like, I just realized the time difference. Give me a sec, guys. Chill out. Yeah, that was good. He was. Just listen to this for now. Oh wait, you can't because I gotta be on Instagram for a minute. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Dude, I just gave him the friggin'... How did I give it to him on this one, but it didn't work on my phone? How did that work? We're like online right here. I gave him the friggin' paste. Send. There you go. All right. Let's get him in here and then we can actually... He's got the link now. See if he shows up. One of the sad things these days, beefing draws attention more than their songs. So a lot of the beefs are scripted, I feel, kind of like the unfortunate thing is that the Lupe and Royce beef ended an excellent podcast. I used to watch that podcast every day. And that whole thing, it was Lupe's fault, not Royce's, really. I mean, it was kind of both their fault, but it was started by Lupe, not by Royce. It was stupid. The whole thing was stupid. Okay. So once he gets here, then I can give him, like, get him up here. Okay, he just saw it. Oh, already, Carol? All right, I just want to copy this. Copy. Ah, there you are, dude. All right, awesome. We gotcha. Let's get you in here. There you are. Hey, what's up, bro?
What's poppin'? Good morning.
Good morning. So what's the hour difference? Where are you?
I'm on the West Coast, so it's 8:50.
Oh, okay.
It's not too early. I'm typically a pretty early riser. I just wasn't expecting, like right when I woke up to be in this. But that's totally cool. I mean, like I need to be awake and get the marbles out of my mouth. Anywho,
I
here
am
we are.
so sorry, dude. If I had known
No, don't
that
be
you were
sorry
on
at
the
all. I'm very grateful to be here. It's really nice to meet you. And I know we had some plans to do this earlier on in the year, and it kind of got jumbled up there because my schedule and my personal life took over for a while. But I'm happy to be here. Very
hey,
happy to
shit
be here.
happens, you know, like real life shit, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, everybody, you know, I'm happy that you're here. I'm a huge fan of your music and what you do. And so when
That's
Andrea,
awesome.
yeah, when Andrea had originally like presented for me to interview you because I do, you know, artist interviews, I was like, definitely get Caleb. Like I love his music. And so when it didn't pan out, I was kind of bummed out, but I was like, hey, you know, like the world's going to shit right now and I understand. So we'll get him when we can get him. But I didn't
That's
realize,
amazing.
yeah, you know, it's like you have to be, it's like whatever for all of us right now, you know. And I have I have my own health issues, so like I'm forever asking people to be patient with me. So I definitely am patient
Yeah,
with
I think
people.
personal time and mental health time is really important for everybody. It definitely can be the difference between your quality of life if you don't give yourself that time.
Exactly.
Can you wait just 1 second? I'm trying to figure out a way so I can hear you a little bit louder because I can't hear you very loud at all. I think I need
Oh,
headphones, but I don't have any, so I'm like trying to figure out a different device or a Bluetooth or something here.
yeah, because I've got
Um,
our interview sound turned all the way up, so you
okay,
probably need
give me
headphones
one
on.
second. I think this Bluetooth's gonna work.
Okay.
I think this is the move. All right, 5 seconds.
Okay. I knew it was your dog. You'll probably see my dogs. Oh, you're frozen. Uh-oh.
Let's see
Hold
here.
on. I'm gonna kick you out and come back up because you're frozen, okay?
Okay.
I'm actually gonna send him a different link. Maybe?
Hello.
Hi. Is that better?
There we go. That's perfect. Is there like any feedback or any like echo on your end?
I hear echo on your end.
You
My
hear an echo
voice.
on my end?
Yeah.
Is it like too much?
I can deal with it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I can hear you much better now. I could
It,
barely hear you before. I really this is my first rodeo for one of these types of interviews that are like I've done plenty of interviews in person, but the technology thing, I'm really not a technology guy.
it's completely fine.
So we'll get through this.
Yeah. It's completely fine.
Awesome.
So,
Cool.
this is basically don't even worry about it because I had to do an interview a couple of weeks ago and I'm like I was so nervous because while a lot of people think I'm an extrovert and I'm like, you know, I'm really not. I'm like I'm a very private person and I was so nervous and the person who did the interview was like, "Don't worry about it. It's just going to be a conversation." And I'm like, yeah, that's the way I handle my interviews. And they're like, oh, it's going to be just like that. So I'm telling you the same thing. This is chill.
Awesome.
It's just going to be a conversation, and I'm not going to bog you down with questions, a bunch of questions and shit. We're just going to, talk. And
Yeah, have a conversation.
yeah, exactly. So the one question I do want to ask you is like, I noticed that like a lot of your stuff, it's been like a year out since you've really like released anything. So have you been working on stuff in this past year?
Yeah, it's crazy. That was part of my break. So I actually took a 6 month from all social media. I dropped off the face of the earth. I was no longer on Instagram. I wasn't on Facebook.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't on TikTok. Nothing. And during that time, I have been basically just hoarding all the content and stocking up on a bunch of new drops and releases. So that being said, there's about to be a floodgate opened in the next 2 weeks. So my second album is dropping on March 12th. It's called Brain Language. There's 14 songs on that.
Ooh,
And-
I'm writing that down. Give me a second. 12.
Oh yeah.
Do you, I'm going to let you finish that, but do you mind? By the way, everybody's saying, you should be able to see the chat, but if you can't, everybody's saying hello to you.
Hello.
And how you doing?
Hi guys, what's up?
But if I'm gonna let you finish plugging your album, but then if you don't mind, I'd like to play a song off of your other album just for the people who aren't familiar with your music, just so they can get a feel for who you are, if you don't mind.
Definitely.
And then we'll continue on with the interview from there. But go ahead, let us know what you've been doing.
Yeah, no, we've just been working on tons of content. I mean, like my whole thing is, if I'm gonna be stagnant for a year, then I have to come back at the end of that and just flood everybody's attention for at least a solid year. So I have enough content to release something new every single week for the next year. That's really what I'm for. Yeah.
I'm excited about that. That means I have something to react to every week for a year.
Yeah. Yes, I'm excited about it too. And we've really been strategic with the way that we've been planning and how we're going to release things and, the way that we want to do it so that it gets the most results for us. And so I'm excited to start releasing things and start dropping things. On top of that, I have a ton of fans that are getting tired of waiting. So I'm excited start releasing that for them too, because I get messages literally every single day of people asking where the new stuff is. So it's coming. It's on its way.
Yes, Carol. Yes, Carol says, "Dude is inked up. Love it, Caleb."
Right.
Yeah. Much like me, like I have a lot of tattoos, and so a lot of my group is tattoo friendly or tattoo obsessed. I'm not really sure. Fans, I guess. So yeah, they were like tattooed up. If you don't say hi to me, I'll think I'm blocked. Keplin, I've said hi to you 3 times, sweetie. I'm sorry that you missed it. Hi, Keplin. I'm doing an interview. So hi, Keplin. Hi, Edward. Hi, James. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Nico. Hi. I think I got everybody. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, do you have a particular song you would like me to play?
From YouTube or from where?
It doesn't matter. Like from anywhere. I've got Spotify. I've got everything on here. I can from your old stuff or your new stuff or.
I really like the song. I like all my music, but I don't know. I really like Kaleidoscope Eyes. I really like Passing Through. Those are on YouTube.
I wanted to do Passing Through because it's for your grandpa, and I love that song.
Yeah, I love that.
I do too. So why don't we do that one as just an introductory for people who don't know your music? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and pull it up.
This is Nestle.
Oh, cute! You'll definitely meet. Oh, here, you can meet one of mine right now. Here, he's addicted to Swedish fish. So, hold on. Where are my dogs, by the way? Tom, do you have my dogs? Oh, wait. Here he comes. Here he comes. What? Watch. Hi, baby. Look. What? You want to feed his fish?
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, he's a big boy. What are you doing? Want to feed his fish? But he's addicted to my Swedish fish, so every time I open the container, that's all he does. Yes, I know. You're done. That's it. No more. Go. Mommy's working. I rescued him. I had 2 beagles. I've always had pitties, and for some reason I ended up with 2 beagles at some point. And one of my beagles that I had been fostering passed away at the beginning of the quarantine. And my other, yeah, it was, and he died at home, and it was just awful. And so I waited about 6 months after he passed away, and then I went right to the dog shelter and rescued Bama. He was about just a year old when I got him, and he's still very much a puppy. He's now 2, but he's still very much a puppy. Tearing around the house. Oh, yeah. And he's gotten a lot bigger. He went from about 65 pounds to almost 100 now. And I'm like, he's still... Yeah, he fell asleep. He thinks he's a lap dog. I still, like, he fell asleep on my lap last night, and I was pinned underneath this, like, 95-pound puppy. I'm like, dude.
So your dog thinks he's a lap dog, and my 4-pound dog thinks he's a guard dog somehow.
I think the smaller they are, the more ferocious they are. I truly believe that.
Yeah, Nestle is really ferocious. He's pretty crazy. He thinks that he's gonna protect the house from burglars. But
they really can be mean, though. Like,
yeah.
My oldest son has 2 Chihuahuas, and I won't go near those dogs. Like, they are. But yeah. I think it's funny because he's like almost 6'4", like 245 or something, and he has 2 Chihuahuas, and like the little female one has a little pink carrier and everything, and he carries these things. I said, you look ridiculous carrying around this, like, he's like, what? I'm like, I'm secure in my, sexuality. I have no problem with it. I'm like, okay, whatever, you do your thing.
I love it.
But yeah, he's got these 2 Chihuahuas that are just, I'm on your page, but I probably have to type it in. Who's trying? Oh, I lost him.
Am I here?
Yeah, I think you just, for some reason, you fell out for a minute.
I'm back.
You're back. So, do you want to give some background to the song before I start it, or?
It's just a song about life. It's just really about any aspect of anybody's life, I think, really. But I mean, obviously, it's about my life. The song is dedicated to my grandfather that passed away. He always used to sing this song called "Passing Through" when I was a kid. He was a folk singer. And it's an old song. It's from like 100 years ago, or maybe even older. It's a folk song called "Passing Through," and I don't really remember how the song goes. I just remember that line "passing through," and it kind of stuck in my brain. And so when he passed away, he was like he was passed out, 20 hits of acid deep at the actual original Woodstock. Like, he was a hippie, like a real true hippie. And he always said, we're just passing through, and that was kind of his little line, that this life is just a stop, basically. And it's not forever. And it was like a good feeling for him, that we were just passing through. And so this song is dedicated to that energy, I guess, and right. To him as a guy, and it's just about us passing through, really.
It's one of my favorite songs of yours, and it's funny because my mom is also like an old time hippie, and so she got arrested several times during the protests of Vietnam and everything, and so I think they probably would have liked each other very much.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Maybe they knew each other.
They might have. A lot of people knew a lot of people back then. So
yeah.
But this is your song, Passing Through, and it's a great song. So let's let everybody get a listen of it.
Awesome.
If I could fly away,
oh, I can take the filter off.
Anywhere but here. And the saddest of songs makes the sweetest of melodies. So wipe away your tears. And I'm only a man, but I'll do what I can do. Even though we're all just passing through, passing through, passing through. My grandpa sang it for me when I was only 2. So tell the people who are passing through. It's been a long year, month, week, day, summer, winter. I'm still hungry after eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I came to finish the rap game, but I diminished my own name. Drown reality with strippers and cocaine, whippets and flonase. I'm afflicted with slow pain. I'm addicted to more things than codeine and morphine. I'm a fiend for the fruits on the dark side of the feast, but I dream of the truth and apartheid from the beast. Yeah, I'm saying, hey man, but I can't even be man. It's hard to grow up when you're living life for the weekend. My whole life's a weekend. Wait, when did the weekend? My judgment weekends when I'm swimming in the deep end. Plus I sleep in and I drink gin. Then I speak sin here to them demons, but then them same demons fell to their ease when God taught me the difference between spirits and diseases. Now I ain't confused when what I'm hearing isn't me. I'm fearless when I preach, write these lyrics in my sleep. So at the end of the day, I'm okay. It's only the beginning, write the song and fly away. If I could fly away, I'd go anywhere but here. And the saddest of songs makes the sweetest of melodies. So wipe away your tears. And I'm only a man, but I'll do what I can do. Even though we're all just passing through, passing through, passing through, passing through. My grandpa sang it for me when I was only 2. So tell the people who are passing through. Second verse, second shot of redemption, but I'll probably get the nod by the way that I'm living. So if I had $1 for every bridge I burned,
nothing but positive comments
to every lesson that I learned. So I'ma walk through it, I'ma see to it. Blessing and a curse, I swear that I bleed music. My head's in outer space, there's no air, I breathe music. And every time I write a song, your girlfriend sings to it. But this ain't that song, so I'll save that for a new track. This song is about the struggle I've been trying to get your groove back. This song's about breakups and makeup sex. This song's about pay stubs and playtex pads. This song's about having a balance, always keeping your swagger, even when the world's against you, when your back is full of daggers. This song's about not asking what's the matter, cause you already know. This song's about climbing the ladder and row in your boat. This song's about never missing a no. This song's about having hope at the end of your rope. So if I could fly away, I'd go anywhere but here. And the saddest of songs makes the sweetest of melodies. So wipe away your tears. And I'm only a man, but I'll do what I can. Even though we're all just passing through. Passing through. Passing through. My grandpa sang it for me when I was only 2. So tell the people who are passing through.
God bless you, Grandpa Beaver. We miss you.
Aw.
I love you. We're just passing through. Rest in peace.
And she had her 2 cents to say about that.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Tom, for sharing Caleb's link. Everybody, please go subscribe to his channel, his Spotify, his everything. His Instagram, everything. Dude, nothing but positive comments. I have one guy in particular that just loves, he's constantly sending me like your genre of rap. I don't know if you listen to Little Stranger or who else? Just a lot of West Coast stuff, and he's like, I don't know why I've never heard of this guy before. Like, this is phenomenal. I have a new person to listen to now. But like,
that's amazing.
Yeah, nothing but like fire and wow, I'm so digging this, and this should be on the radio, and dang, Caleb can sing. I love this. Like, nothing but fantastic stuff people are saying.
That's amazing. Thank you, everybody. Beautiful. I can't see everyone's comments, but I really appreciate it. It's awesome.
I actually normally have this set so that you can, but if you're not are you looking at me at a computer? On
I'm on my phone.
Oh, that's probably why.
That's probably why.
Yeah, because normally if you're on a computer, I have it set so that you can see the comments. But
can I go back after this interview and go look at them?
Of course, yeah. I'll keep the interview up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and you can look at everything. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But yeah, nothing but positive stuff, and it's great. I have a really good group of people too that are just phenomenal and positive people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no negative energy around me. I don't allow it. But
the best way to do it.
It's true, but it took a lot to get there. You know, I think everybody, you reach a point in your life where you're like, I just can't. You know, it almost makes you ill to have that negativity and toxic around you, and
I think the most positive people had all gone through a season of really terrible misfortunes, you know, whether that be with their circumstances and whatever their life, you know, dealt them, or whether that just be themselves, and they were the toxic people and they grew out of that, whatever the case is. I think I've been a little bit of both, you know, at different parts in my life.
Me too. Yeah.
I don't think that I could ever imagine anything other than just love and positive energy in the world, because I've tried it both ways and it doesn't work very well the other way. It is really the biggest thing. I mean, I've tried living under a cloud and I've tried living under the sun, and I pick the sun every day.
Exactly. I completely 100% agree with you. You know, I have gone through traumatic circumstances, but not only that, like, I have been the dark cloud, and I've been the sunshine. And like I tell people now, it's, you know, it's just so much easier to smile at someone than to frown. So why wouldn't you smile? Like, and so I choose to be the sunshine and to only have the sunshine around me, because the rest I just can't, you know. At this point, I just can't. And I don't know if you can like see behind me. Oops, I went the wrong way. But like, I went through that. I was 15 years in that. And so after going through that, well, thank you. But after going through that, I'm just like, nope, no more toxic. I'm just like, no more of that, you know, just peace and positivity. That's all I want surrounding me now, you know?
Yeah. So, congratulations on the upgrade of mindset. It feels good up here.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
It really does. And so it's kind of funny how I came around to YouTube was actually through dealing with my PTSD and dealing with people.
Yeah,
Someone
it's
they
amazing. It's same with music. I mean, it's definitely helped strengthen, confidence in myself and dealing with other people, and kind of masking insecurities until they heal themselves, almost in a way. You just keep writing another song or keep doing another YouTube video or just keep putting yourself out there, and a lot of things that you were afraid of start to kind of just naturally fall away.
kind of like fake it till you make it type thing. Only
Yeah,
you don't have to fake it though. I mean, you're hella talented. Have
thank
How
you.
long have you been singing?
I've been singing pretty much for my whole life. I did school plays and church plays and stuff like that, from probably like age 7 or 8. I started playing the piano when I was 5. So there's not really a time in my life where I can remember not doing something musical. I think I always just been a musical person. I started taking it kind of seriously and as a career path, I guess, around age 17. 16 or 17 is when I decided that I don't want to stop doing that.
Right.
But really, I'm pretty sure that I've always known that that's what I want to do. But I guess the conscious decision to move forward with music is a life choice, probably around 16 or 17.
That's cool. And
Yeah,
I guess I mean that's a hard place, right? That's I don't know. Like uh, how am I reminded? I'm reminded of my mother always telling me like, why do you always pick the hard choices or the hard paths? And I said to her, I don't pick the hard paths. I like take a machete and carve my own. And I always
yeah,
feel like artists do that. Like anyone who chooses any type of career path that in any type of art whatsoever is doing that. They're taking a machete and they're carving their own path, you know?
yeah, definitely. I think that the people telling me that I should get a regular job or that I shouldn't get tattoos in visible places or
Hmm.
that are asking me what am I going to do if it doesn't work out or what
Right.
am I supposed to do if music doesn't work, or the people that tell me the statistics, how likely it is that you're going to make it. Those kind of comments and those kind of people have always been a driving force for me,
Right.
to move even stronger in that
Right.
direction.
Exactly.
um, I've never heard anything someone said, that was uh, criticizing what I'm doing and thought, oh, you know what, maybe you're right. I've never thought that before, so I just take it as fuel to the fire to help me keep burning, and I know that most of those comments, some of them are haters, but some of them, I mean, do come out of a place of love, and some people just really don't understand the power of belief. They don't understand how far that can actually get you, and they think you have to do things a certain way, go to college, get a job, work there until you're dead,
Right.
and and I can't do that. I quit my job 2 years ago, and I have never looked back. And
Right.
that's where we're at.
Yeah. I you know, I when I got out of the military, I had looked at um the huge gap in mental health care for combat veterans, and that the the government, the VA, and it just wasn't being provided for us. And
Yeah,
so I went back to grad school and I became a therapist. And I'm retired. I'm 100% disabled veteran. Um, and so I volunteer all my all of my work for veterans because they can't afford it and they're not getting benefits. And so
That's amazing.
people say to me all the time, like, why don't you, you should be working. You wasted your degree. You did this, you did that. And I'm like, no, I'm following my heart. People do things. I'm tenacious. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm following my heart. And that's more important to me, than what I think people who are out there using this degree or whatever to work their 80 hours a week, work themselves into the ground, and die with a bunch of money that they're for what to have in the bank for what.
Yeah.
So I when a friend but I was having a lot of hard times with dealing with, I couldn't talk to people when I got out of the military. I couldn't talk to, I call them civilians, people. I couldn't talk
Yeah.
to people. Like, I didn't know how to talk to people outside of the military because I guess we talk to people differently. And someone had suggested to me, they said, you love music so much and you have so much knowledge about music, you should start a channel on YouTube. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. No, I will not do that. And now 5 years in, I'm like, I can't believe that I actually talk to people every day. And I do live
Yeah.
streams, and I,
And you do amazing at it.
well, thank you. But it took, if you go back and you look, I'm horrified. When I go back and I look at it, like my first 6 months, I'm like, those are the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, I can't believe, I want to take them down. Except that people still comment on them and tell me how wonderful they were. And I'm like, oh my gosh, those were horrible. And so I think there's a place for everybody. And I think if you believe and you dream, and I tell people this all the time, like, I will always root for the dreamers. And if you're a dreamer and you're tenacious and you just love and want to do what you love for the rest of your life, then you can't go wrong. Like, speak your truth, stand in your truth, and be a dreamer. And that's all there is. People can't tell you that you're wrong.
Absolutely. I always thought that the biggest difference between people that make their dreams reality and the people that don't is just comes down to belief. I really believe that. I think that doubt is the worst thing that you can have in your mind if you have big ambition, because it'll absolutely, send you back in line at the unemployment office. If you have doubt in what you're doing, you're just going to go back to what you were doing when you didn't have doubt. Because you don't have doubt when you have a job. You know that the job's there. You know your boss is there. You know you're going to wake up and go every day. There's no doubt because it's already set in place. It's a system. And people like systems because they're safe, and I understand that. I've been in it. And I understand the guarantee. You're getting a guaranteed hourly rate. You're getting a guaranteed paycheck every 2 weeks. So when you have that guarantee, you know what's going to happen in a week. You know what's going to happen in 2 weeks. You're going to get your paycheck. And so that knowing is a belief in itself. That's what you believe. You know that you're going to get the paycheck.
But how many of them are miserable every single day
All
sitting at that desk?
Every last one of them are miserable. One of my best friend's parents are the most miserable people I've ever met in my life. And they can't go a day without completely detaching from the world. And it's really sad, and they've had the same jobs they've had for the last 25 years. They're still poor, which, money is not a huge factor in my life necessarily. However, I mean, I'd rather be at least taken care of with the basics that I need, I don't like worrying about food in my fridge, for instance. I'm not necessarily gonna go have a crying time and be by myself and hate life just because I can't buy a Lamborghini. Right. But I'd like food in my fridge, and I'd like gas in my car and just true. Little things like that. So
the hierarchy of needs to be.
When you're working at a job for 20 years and you hate your life and you still can barely afford the necessities. That I can't imagine that. I mean, that
Uh,
I wouldn't want to give my life to someone for 20 years and then at the end of it, I'm still wondering how I'm going to make money to put in my gas tank the next day, you know? So I can imagine that's miserable. I can imagine that that's not a fun place to be in.
So Sweeney TV wants me to ask you about Studio 21.
Yeah. So Studio 21, it's been a multiple year long project that is finally starting to come to fruition in recent days. And basically, you know, it's my executive producer. Her name is Deborah Howard. She's a very sweet lady. She lives about an hour away from me up north in a small town, and she's a very well-to-do woman. She financially speaking is very successful, and she has a soft spot in her heart for artists and for musicians, and she's invested a lot of money into the community for struggling artists, for artists that might not have the resources to put out an album or to make a song. So I got connected with her maybe 6 years ago, and when I first met her, she was not doing really anything. And then me and her just clicked really well. We became business partners, and we started building Studio 21. So she had this 3,000 square feet warehouse that was a finished building. It was all finished with really nice bathrooms and air conditioning, heat. It wasn't like a warehouse, like a just four walls.
Right.
It was a really nice building. It was a a physical therapy building with gym equipment and exercise equipment, probably $250,000 worth of exercise equipment. And a lot of this equipment was for people with disabilities, people in wheelchairs, things like that. So she was kind of like a physical therapy provider for the community, for like a lot of people that are handicapped physically. And she wasn't getting what she wanted out of that business, and she thought that she was going to get what she wanted out of it. She thought she was going to feel a certain feeling helping these people, and she did love helping those people, but for some reason it just wasn't what she wanted to do.
Right.
So one day she said, Caleb, why don't we turn that building into a music building instead? And that's where the plans kind of started happening. So I got on Craigslist and started listing all of her exercise equipment. We started getting rid of the equipment, started selling it. When we couldn't sell things fast enough, we just started giving it away. So we just donated, so much physical therapy equipment and sold it for very cheap to whoever wanted it. We got that building completely cleared out until it's just a hollow building. And then we started construction on Studio 21. Literally, it popped up within 4 months. It was a really short time to build a huge project. Today, the old physical therapy building is now a 5-star recording studio, as well as a venue. So we built a stage. The entire room is lined with guitars. There's pianos, there's trumpets, there's saxophones. Every kind of instrument you can think of is all along the walls. And then there's the stage in the middle, and we basically envisioned it as a private venue and recording studio that we can use whenever we want for shows or just recording, artists and stuff like that. And then in more recent days, we've been inching our way towards creating a record label. So Studio 21 is technically on paper a legal record label. As of like a couple weeks ago, we got the LLC and we got everything for that. However, we've not signed any artists, including myself. I'm not signed to Studio 21 today, but I will be soon. We're kind of getting ducks in a row and dealing with lawyers and paperwork and stuff like that before we that's why I say inching our way towards it. We
Right.
want to make sure that everything's perfect before it, before it launches. But today, we've done several big shows there. We've had Afro Man come out. Afro Man actually came out and did a show with us, and he recorded in our studio,
Cool.
which is a really cool accolade,
Yeah.
to kind of say that we've done that in such a short amount of time. Because Studio 21's only been open for 1 year, for 1 year and 2 months.
Now, are you in California?
I'm in Oregon.
Oh, you're in Oregon. Oh, okay.
Yep, I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, you're in Portland. Okay.
Yep, and Studio 21 is located in Kelso, Washington. It's a really small town most people have never heard of. And it's, like I said, it's about an hour north of Portland. So we're really close to Washington on the border.
Okay.
I can get into Washington in about 15, 20 minutes with no traffic. And then
Mhm.
it's about another 45 minutes from there to get to her house.
So you
And-
said, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good.
No, my question was like, you said the studio and everything is a private venue. So do you have like producers and stuff that you work with privately, or artists that you work with privately, or if someone wanted to work with you guys up there, how would they do that?
Yeah. So everything is still in a really developmental stage. So we're learning how we work best. When we first started it, we were kind of letting everybody come. It didn't matter who you were. It didn't matter what kind of music you made. It didn't matter what your history was or what your background was. It was kind of a free for all, and
Right.
And that didn't work.
Well, no, I wouldn't think it
didn't
would.
work because the investment going out was much greater than
What was
the
coming
return
in.
coming in.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't sustain for a very long time.
Right.
I mean, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. Deborah is very affluent, and she's definitely wealthy, but wealthy people don't stay wealthy by by funding the entire town forever. So at this point, I think we're in that stage where we're figuring out who do we work with and who don't we, definitely. The studio part of it is up for rent. Like if an artist wants to book studio time with Studio 21, like a normal studio, and put a deposit down and come in and have a block of 4 hours or whatever, we're open to that. However, we're not advertising it like that.
Right.
But if somebody asks, I mean, that's definitely something we would do. At this point, I think we're looking for
people you can
artists that are going to benefit the whole
experience, right?
Yeah, exactly. And people that are serious. I think,
right.
It's for the love of music at the end of the day. And, there's a lot of artists out there that they want to pretend like they're a rock star, but they don't want to do the work that it takes to really do it. And that's fine. And I've been through phases like that in my life too, where it's not always easy. And I'm really blessed to be able to have quit my job and sustain that for 2 years now and going on 3. Not everyone can do that. So we understand that there's people that make music as a hobby. There's people that make music for fun, and there's people that are serious about it. I think that we're kind of more leaning towards looking for artists that are serious, that have a plan and that want to take their lives with music to the to newer levels, higher levels. But I mean, I guess it's a case by case thing. We've worked with everyone from every walk of life at every experience level, and there's no discrimination really. It's just we want to make sure that if we're a record label, we behave as a record label and not as a charity.
Someone had come in that I wanted to introduce you to, Larry Belafonte. He was actually the newest winner of I hold a rap tournament every
nice.
Yeah, every season. I just did my spring one in February, and he was the winner of it. He's so talented. And he just popped in, and I wanted to introduce you to him. I don't see him, though. Where'd he go? Larry, you still in here, dude? He knew I was going to have...
Put him on the spot.
Yeah, I think so. But he's one of those people, like you said, who's like, this is his life. This is what he does. And this is what he's been doing. And he's so extremely talented. And like you, he was like, I was like, bro, how come nobody knows about you? Like, why?
Yeah.
Where did you come from? Why do you only have like 1.9 thousand followers? Kind of like you. It's like, why are you so damn good and nobody knows about you? You know? But he came in and like, because my rap tournaments are brackets. So it's like, he came in and just stormed the bracket, man. And he's just so good. But, I just want to say hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry. What's up?
Yeah, it's a funny story. I call him Larry Oatmeal because every time I look up his song, one of his songs, he is a black guy with dreads, and every time I look up one of his songs, it's like this white 16-year-old kid named Larry Oatmeal pops up on his YouTube. And I'm like, he's like, that's definitely not my song. I'm like, I know, dude, but like, that's what pops up every time I put your song, put your name in there.
That's hilarious.
I know. So I call him Larry Oat because I'm like, I don't know why this white 16-year-old Larry Oatmeal kid keeps showing up every time I put Larry Belafonte in there. But no, he's so good. But yeah, so I do these rap tournaments Belly. They're laughing about it in the chat because it happens all the time. But yeah, so I started doing these tournaments for basically the unknown, underrated, because I was getting sick and tired of seeing these rappers. And I'm sorry, artists, rappers. What I'm just gonna say, rappers who with mediocre talent getting all these huge fan bases and all this clout, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, because I was seeing these guys who were basically unknown, underrated, with almost no fan base whatsoever, who were 15 times more talented. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, I know I've been listening to rap since basically its inception. I mean, I was a kid, but I've been listening to it since its inception. I know what's good and what's not. So, I started these rap tournaments basically for that, to give these guys a platform, to showcase their music to a larger audience and to just get them seen. And so far,
that's amazing.
Thank you. So far, it's worked. Like, they are gaining traction. People actually know their names now. They're gaining followers, and yeah, it doesn't hurt to win them either, because, you know, I try to make the prize, and I tell them the prize is about the music. You're not getting a new Xbox from me. What you do get is, I work with producers who make beats for the semifinals and finals, and part of the prize is, if you win your beat that you used in the semifinal and final free and clear. The producer will gift it to you, and
that's cool.
You know, when you're first starting out, it's hard to get beats. They're expensive, you know, if you want to actually own a beat, a good one. So,
absolutely,
they actually get those beats for free. I've also, like this last time when I was asking around, I'm like, because they get a feature as well from, you know, a well-known artist. I'll get them a feature with a well-known artist, and then I ask them, well, what else do you guys want? And they're like, a female? Can you get us a feature with a female artist? Like, there are no females out there. And I'm like, yeah, I got a few females. I can get you. So I think this last one, the winner got the 2 beats, a feature with a well-known artist, a feature with a female artist that I know, who's very good, and then I always give them a small cash prize. like $250 or so, and that's stuff that they can use towards their music. And I tell them, you're not. That's not what these things are not about. Like the prizes, these things are about, and the guys that enter it know
100%.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and at the end of the year, we do a cipher with the guys that, that win it.
They won it. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's kind of like
all that you're doing for artists and all that you're doing for the music. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you. On that note, Kaleidoscope, right?
I love that song.
Let's do that song. Let me get, if I can figure out.
If you've listened to some of my music, my music is all over the board.
But that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I'm not in one genre. I love to rap. I definitely have plenty of rap music, but I have really just music from every genre. I love every style of music.
Here comes the sun, here comes the moon, here come the stars, they're coming too. Here comes yourself, if you can find you. Stare in the mirror for long enough and it's right behind you. We got kaleidoscope eyes that turn.
Yes, you are, Nico.
That's making your whole mind go up, 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 up. And me, oh my, the roof is on fire, temperature's rising up, 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 up. And I believe that we can make some magic tonight. We got kaleidoscope
Oh, okay.
eyes. We got kaleidoscope eyes. Yeah, you and me. Let's go on a journey tonight. We got kaleidoscope eyes. We got kaleidoscope eyes. It's starting to
Okay,
take
Sweeney.
over from my mind, body, soul. I feel it taking control. I think it knows what I know. Too weird to live, too rare to die. Got a couple fears, but I ain't scared to cry. Ain't scared to love, ain't scared to try. Ain't scared to trust. Here's why. We got kaleidoscope eyes that turn into dope nights. That's making your whole mind go up, 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 up. And me, oh my, the roof is on fire. Temperature's rising up, 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 up. And I believe that we can make some magic tonight. We got kaleidoscope eyes. We got kaleidoscope eyes. Yeah, you and me. Let's go on a journey tonight. We got kaleidoscope eyes. We got kaleidoscope eyes. Here comes the earth. It keeps on spinning. Or is it flat? Can we all go back to the beginning? Here comes the sun.
Hi, Larry.
And it's like we borrow so we can see and pave the way
I thought
for
you left.
bright tomorrow. We've got kaleidoscope eyes that turn into dope nights that making your whole mind go up, 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 up. And me, oh
I like the
my,
costumes.
the roof is on fire, temperature's rising up, 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 up. We got kaleidoscope
No, seriously, like, people take themselves too seriously these days, Like, they don't want to dress up.
I
They don't
love
want to do
costumes.
I do too. Awesome. This one's actually on YouTube, James. Is it on the radio? I don't think so. Is this one, is Kaleidoscope Eyes on the radio?
Ha. Yeah, I wish. That'd be great. We're inching our way there, though. I'm shopping that one around. I think it has potential to be in like a Macy's or a Target or something. But no, we're not there yet. We're just starting out.
Larry, no shit. She's fire, man. That's going to be a dope song. So Sweeney says that he was homeless for 2 years and he would like to hear your song Homeless.
Yeah, I love the song Homeless. And actually, the music video for Homeless, that was shot at Studio 21. So the gates that I'm coming in at the very beginning of the video, that's the gates to Studio 21. The mansion that I'm in is my executive producer's house. And then you don't get to see Studio 21 in the video, but it's the same property.
No, okay.
Yeah.
The one thing I wanted to say is, even on all your past videos, whoever you have produced them, I don't know if it's the same person here, but you shoot really good videos. You always have done really good videos, high quality videos.
So Homeless was our first video, and I knew for the very first video, like it had to set some kind of standard. And honestly, like I'm at a point now where the videos that I'm sitting on like 8 music videos that are unreleased, and I can't wait for those to drop because they're, compared to all my other videos, the new videos coming out are, in my opinion, just so much better. But we like to be artistic, and honestly, our videos are not high budget at all. They look really good, but they're just ideas. We just put thought into them, but they're not really that expensive. They're not, we went to Goodwill to go get props and spent $50 on most of these, videos. Homeless is definitely a more intricate video, though. I love this video.
Let's hear Homeless. Wait. Always wants to start without me. I'm sorry, like, it's like part of it's getting cut off just because of the view we're in. If we had another person up here, they could see the whole video, but I can see the whole video.
Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. Sometimes it don't matter what place you're in. They say home is where the heart is, but I've been feeling homeless. You've been feeling heartless. Ain't that a bitch? You know it is what it is without a hitch. And I would do it again and again. Yeah, and again times 2 though. My rhymes feed your mind, subsidized, no glucose. Who knows? I'm feeling fresher than new clothes. Caleb Wildcard about to break through with some new flows. Like, you know me better than myself. And I don't need nobody else. And you're gonna see what you done to me, dancing with the rain on, dancing with the rain, dancing with the rain, dancing with the rain. Yeah, alright, check it out. My name is Caleb, dog. What's happening with it? Hey, assassinate the fucking rhyme every time that I spit it. I got a grip lock on hip hop and it's perfectly fitted. 5950 chicks trailblazing Rose City, yo. I got something to say, some venom to spray. You better get rid of this rage and get rid of these AKs. They ain't gon' help out on the street. I got the flow to leave you lifeless. There ain't no one on the beat. This acapella, bitch, bite this. Out to spread the love. See this blunt, better like this. Survival of the richest. Put your money where your mind is. My rhymes are wicked scary, leave you waking up with nightmares. Blank stares, cry tears, dry heaves, right there. Nah, I ain't no bitch player, nah, I ain't no wankster. I'm a drug-induced maniac, blowing smoke rings up in your face though. Not gonna try and lie, pretend to be something I'm not. Just an artist with an outlet, hip-hop is all that I got. Every day's a war that I'm gonna keep on fighting. And every week's a chapter I'm gonna keep on writing in this book. Take a look, but don't take what I took. It's Caleb fucking Massive, baby, now I'm dropping the hook. Like, you know me better than myself. And I don't need nobody else. And you're gonna see what you done to me. Dancing with
Carol, you're just excited because he's in a bathtub. That's all.
Dancing with the
Don't mind, I've got someone fanning over you over here.
dancing with the rain. Dancing with the rain.
she's baked though, so
Sometimes
we give her some leeway.
Sometimes you win. Sometimes it don't matter what place you're in. They say home is where the heart is, but I've been feeling homeless. You've been feeling heartless. Ain't that a bitch? You know it is what it is without a hitch. And I would do it again and again. Yeah, I would do it again.
Yeah, that was a video. That was a video that, like, I guess started it all for me.
Actually, Sweeney says it's still his favorite song of yours. He's the one who said he was homeless. He's the one that requested the song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he says it's still the favorite song of yours. And Carol's telling me.
Yeah.
Carol,
that
who's
song in that video is like a pivotal point for me. It was really kind of like me deciding that I'm going to do this. Like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, you know, and
Right.
That was kind of the video, my statement piece, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
The first one.
It's a good video. Well, Carol liked the video a lot, but Carol, I apologize for anything that you may read in this live stream afterwards.
I love it.
Just know that she's baked. Like, she's completely off her head. Like,
aren't we all? I thought we all were.
I think pretty much everyone in my stream is all the time. Yes, they all partake.
I thought that was a prerequisite of being here.
It pretty much is in my stream. Well, I'm an 18 and over stream, by the way, just to let you know. YouTube sent me a letter a couple of months ago that said, you are officially an 18 and over stream. And I said, I've been calling myself an 18 and over stream for the last 4 years, so I'm glad you finally acknowledged that. Thank you for fucking up my revenue stream. But
I'll join the party here with you guys.
there you go. Get a token.
Can I do that on YouTube?
You can. This is 18 and over. Everybody
Okay,
can.
perfect.
Yeah. Of course you can. Of course you can. People smoke weed all the time on my channel. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, of course you can. Look at all the now there are all the puff passings going on in the stream. It's cool.
Oh yeah. Pass it around, everybody.
Yeah, it's totally cool. Well, I'm trying to read some of the stuff here. Give me one sec. Carol was just fangirling over you because you had your shirt off through most of that video, or open, and or you were in the tub, and I was making fun of her. I was just like, "Girl, come on."
Hi, Carol.
She's like, I do guilty. I don't, Mel. Never touched it yet. Yeah, but Edward, you drink, dude. How many bourbons have you had tonight? I'm sorry, I
love this.
This is such a chill group of people that I have here. And Larry says, yeah, he doped like heroin. Andrea wants me to play Black Keys Matter. I will. That's
my least favorite song.
I'm sure I'm listening to it. The second she said the title to it, I'm like, yeah, I will. I'll save it. Maybe we'll do that. His going
There's
out
a music
song.
video for it that makes it a little easier, but that song, like,
is it political in any way? I try not to do political videos.
It's not political, actually. That's the name of the song is. I was kind of trying to stir some pots a little bit. I thought just the name of the song itself would kind of generate a little bit of just people talking, but it has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. It has nothing to do with anything political whatsoever. It's also just a song about my journey, but the chorus does say Black Keys Matter when you're playing the piano. And it's just kind of a play on words.
Mm-hmm.
But I still I don't know. that song was a kind of a favorite for a lot of people for some reason, and I just, for whatever reason, I just don't like the song that much anymore. I mean, I don't know. I don't play it live anymore. And it doesn't have anything to do with the title of the song. It just, I've grown so much since writing that song, and I just think I have better music. I don't know.
No, I mean, I think every artist is like that, where they have songs that they just don't care for anymore. Good.
Yeah.
Larry literally has a song called High, and he just said, "Y'all a bunch of stoners." What?
I love that.
You'd love his song called High. Carol actually requests it every time she's on. But he literally has a song called High, and it's a great song, but I find it ironic that he then calls everybody in here a bunch of stoners. What does he says? No one uses the black keys, so you're right, LOL. Really, Andrew says, really, it's your least favorite. It's one of my favorites. Well, you're always.
It's a lot of people's favorites. I've heard that a lot, and I do have a lot of people that still share that video and that like the song. And I won't go as far as to say, I guess I said that I don't like it. I don't not like it. It's a piece of me. I still have to like the song a little bit, but it's just not my favorite anymore. I don't know, it's interesting. I actually wrote that song on the guitar. So it was never originally supposed to be a piano song. And then I just decided to do the video and do the whole song as a piano song after it was already written. But
I think as you grow as an artist too, right? I mean, don't you, I think, even, not as an artist, but even as a person, like, there are certain things about yourself that you see in your music that change, that make you like things and not like things, but prefer things over other things. Because
I think I just got better as a musician since that song. You know, really, it's. Sorry,
like I'm in northern New York. I'm in northern New York. I'm in northern New York. Yeah, with like 6 feet of snow. So like it's a little chilly here.
You're fine. I was just in New York like 3 months ago. Beautiful out there when I was there.
Yeah, I didn't choose to live here. The Army chose to put me here. I'm from New England. Like I'm from Boston originally, but yeah, still.
Yeah, I have a ton of family that live in New York. I got family that lives in New Jersey, in Nyack, and I got family that pretty much lives all over. Really, we have a really spread out family. So I got family in Montana, family in Florida, family in California. But yeah, I love the East Coast. I could never, I don't think, live there. But I love it. I love visiting. It's
the reason why I'm laughing is because I actually like grew up in Southern California, like through middle school, and then moved back. Then my mother moved us back to the East Coast, and I was just like so pissed at her when she did that because I loved living in Southern California. But then as an adult, I got stationed back in Southern California, and I hated it, and I was like but I had just lived in Germany for 10 years, and I was like, I really want to go back to Europe. I don't even want to live in the United States anymore. So, and then I went from California to here, so I went from living in the Mojave Desert to living in 22 miles from the Canadian border, so I've kind of just been in extremes, but I get the whole spread out family thing, like, because I've done that. And
I like having a spread out family. It's really cool because I get to go visit all these different places and I have a purpose to do it. You know, like grandma's in Montana. I'm going to go to Montana for a week.
I have friends everywhere. So like, I don't have to pay to stay anywhere.
Exactly. That's really what I'm getting at is that I can go travel around the country and no matter where I'm at, within at least a couple 100 miles, there's going to be somewhere where I can go and get a free meal. And,
in a hotbed.
You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. But Edward, you're a slow drinker, so 4 drinks. Okay, I gotcha. Sharps are hard to remember on the cords. All right, you guys are just like two little dogs with huge personalities. Carol is now comparing her dog with your dog. I just want to let you know, your dog is much cooler. She's got a Yorkie, and so I incessantly pick on her about her dog because
I love Yorkies. I like little dogs. I don't know why.
I don't know what it is about guys liking little dogs. Like, it's always women who own like pit bulls and German shepherds and stuff. I've always owned big dogs, and
I think it's the responsibility thing.
Is it?
It's easier for me to take care of a little dog. I go on tour, and I bring Nestle with me on tour.
Yeah.
And he's a lot easier to take on the road, you know, because I can put him in a cage and put him in the back, and he'll usually sit, you know, or lay for 4 or 5 hours in a cage before he gets, you know, anxious. And then
that's true.
Even when he's outside of the cage, he's like, you know, really well behaved in the car or in the van. So
yeah, mine's definitely a shotgun sitter. Like, definitely has to sit shotgun. Yeah, I gotcha. Definitely. Right. I want a female blue nose and a Yorkie. Female blue. Oh, Pipple. Yeah. Yeah. Be careful of the blues, though, because the blues tend to be the ones that are overbred and because for the fighting and stuff. So they tend to be the ones. They
breed out a couple chromosomes.
Yeah. So they're the ones that tend, and especially female. So those are the ones that tend to, if they have an aggressive, those are the ones that have them. And I've been training dogs and loving pitties for well over 25 years. So I'm not one who would advocate against pit bulls. I'm just letting you know that blue pitties are the ones that are bred, overbred, inbred, and females do tend to be a little bit more, will have that aggressive gene. So just to let you know. One for protection, one for alarm. You're going to keep them outside? Oh, I have issues with people who keep their dogs outside. Oh, you'll baby them. I know you will, Larry. Like, you baby everybody. I don't know why. Like, I want to play your high song right now for Caleb for some reason. I don't know why, but like,
play it.
You want to hear it? Like,
I do.
There's probably other songs he wants me to play for you that are much better, but I just want to play it because it's fun. Like, yeah. I'm gonna play. If I can find it, and not some white kid named Larry Oatmeal. Watch. I'm gonna find Larry Oatmeal first before I find Larry's. Oh, you'll baby him in the house. Okay, good. See, Larry, I knew that you wouldn't. Oh, did I lose Caleb?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. What happened to you?
Okay, I just changed tabs on my phone for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm just looking up. Oh, I got it right here. Must be because it gets requested so much. By Carol.
Born by the river, hey, long time coming, whole lot of business, hey, whole lot of hustling, growing my interest, hey, so tired of struggling, so sick of missing, hey, hoping you love me, cause it's so hard. Don't be coming around me with the shit, I ain't with the drama, I be hiding in the bitch, I be so high, I feel like Lionel with no rich, I smoke a lot of reefer, dog, honestly admit, I be high,
Smokers only.
I be so high, I feel like Lionel with no rich. I smoke a lot of reefer, dog, honestly admit, I be high. Don't be coming around me with the shit. I ain't with the drama, I be high.
I like that he sampled the Commodores.
I smoke a lot of reefer, dog, honestly admit, I be high. Real high. So high. I be so high, I feel like Lionel with no rich. I smoke a lot of reefer. I wanna be. Wealthy off of rapping, I believe that I'm capable. Blowing some of the best inside the reefer in the paper. So I'm high in the motherfucking prices. It's the payment for a feature, bitch. You need to hit, cause you ain't on the radio. Your weed is just oregano. Smoking on that bad bitch ass, every strand of Mary. Half the reason you be hating for. Never had the patience though. I just light up another one and try to ignore the motherfuckers on the way I go. I'm a marijuana extraordinaire. I'm coming out of Florida where the ganja is overbearing. I'm higher than a bitch. I forgot my name, always Larry. Finally getting rich for being cold as a polar bear. They probably finna trip cause I'm the hottest shit on the air. but honestly, I'm too high to be bothered. I don't care. My mama didn't raise a sucker, promise no hoes here. And I ain't never think about the drama, I'm so lit. I'm always, don't be coming around me with the shit. I ain't with the drama, I be high in the bitch. I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. Smoke a lot of reaper, dog, honestly admit, I be high. Smoke a lot of reaper, dog, honestly admit, I be high. Don't be coming around me with the shit. I ain't with the drama, I be high in the bitch. I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. I smoke a lot of reaper, dog, honestly admit, I be high. So high, I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. I smoke a lot of reefer. I wanna be known as an MC, shows never empty, door never tempt me. Go get it gently, smoke hella good weed. Grown by the hippies, roll by the skimpy. Nobody jip me, show how it's rimpy. No, I'm not a simp, keep hoes out of pimp reach. No, I'm not a pimp C, smoke right to this beat. So high, I just need more water, spit these quotes, dropping history. Big speech, if you got me and we miss me, bitch, please. I would get you 10 feet near me. I don't smoke trash, do you hear me clearly? Or do I have to yell it out? Hear ye, hear ye. Strain for the pain, sativa for the brain. I think I wanna sing, but this here weed chill me. Pick another lane, or hit another J. Is it another way, then a good treat to just be. Don't be coming around me with the shit. I ain't with the drama, I be high in the bitch. I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. Smoke a lot of reaper, dog, honestly admit, I be high. I be high. So high. I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. I smoke a lot of reaper, dog, honestly admit, I be high. Don't be coming around me with the shit. I ain't with the drama, I be high in the bitch. I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. I smoke a lot of reaper, dog, honestly admit, I be high. So high, I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. I smoke a lot of reefer. I'm faded, cuz I already got so much patience for it. Whale in the cut, trying to break this bud. Smoking on sativa for a hazy buzz. Marijuana never made me lazy, but I be getting munchies. Hey, it's lunch, but before I eat, I'm finna blaze this blunt. Then I'm getting right back to the cake up front. Try to spend little, save a bunch. Whoa, I think I'm off subject. I'm finna roll another one for later on, trap me. I got a lot of issues, I can't at all discuss it. The reefer I be smoking got me saying, dog, fuck it. Taking lost once, then I'm taking off running. My eyes looking sleepy, I'm awaking all hungry. I gotta shake it off when my day get all ugly. I'ma be hella bait when I make it, y'all love it, I'm high. Don't be coming around me with the shit. I ain't with the drama, I be high in the bitch. I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. Smoke a lot of reaper, dog, honestly admit, I be high. That's right, I'm high, so high. I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. I smoke a lot of reaper, dog, honestly admit, I be high. Don't be coming around me with the shit. I ain't with the drama, I be high in the bitch. I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. I smoke a lot of reaper, dog, honestly admit, I be high. Yeah, so high. I be so high, I feel like I know when I'm rich. I smoke a lot of reefer. I wanna be high.
Speaking of high, where's Denise today, guys? I'm a little worried about her.
I loved that.
Isn't that awesome?
That's fucking great. It's, it sounds like its own genre of music almost. Like it sounds like something familiar, but at the same time something I've never heard before. Really fucking great. Love it.
Yeah, I think it's because he uses the Lionel Richie, but the Commodores in the back, you know, the Easy, right? It's the song Easy. Yeah, in the background. So like those of us who like grew up with our folks listening to that and with us being familiar with that song, like we automatically, and then he incorporates, you know, the Lionel Richie line in the hook. So we definitely
it's a great song. He's got a really interesting voice too. I can't pinpoint what it reminds me of, like DMX mixed with like there's this old, I don't know, he gives me vibes of the Bus Driver. I don't know if you ever heard of this rapper called Bus Driver.
No. But
he's super underground. He's not, but he had like a song on Tony Hawk, like the first or second Tony Hawk game.
Mm-hmm.
So he like kind of got like, I guess, a little famous, but no one knows who Bus Driver is. Look him up if you know later.
I will.
But Bus Driver is a really interesting rapper that sounds like absolutely nobody. I mean, he's his own person, but Larry reminds me of a little bit of both of DMX and Bus Driver mixed, kind of.
I thought you were going to say what I said the first time I heard Larry, which was if DMX and Busta Rhymes had a baby, it would be Larry. It would sound
Oh.
exactly like Larry.
I hear that too.
Yeah.
No doubt. Definitely DMX and a number of different artists, but he definitely has his own sound, and he sounds like himself, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I love his lyrics and his delivery. All of it makes sense. I can see why he won the competition. He's super talented.
He is.
Yeah.
He said, "Salute, bro. Thanks." He said, "Facts. I remember Bus Driver." So Larry knows who Bus Driver is. Yeah.
Yeah. Only the real ones. Bus Driver is. I'm surprised that he knows who he is, because there's so many people that I've asked, if you've heard of Bus Driver.
No. Larry's like a hip hop encyclopedia. Larry's like like I told you, like he's in this, Larry knows. He's like an encyclopedia when it comes to hip hop. Like, yeah, I'm not surprised that he knows, but I'll have to look him up and check it out. Yeah. So he is. It's funny, Larry, because that's the first time I noticed that sign above your couch that says "Only happiness enters here." Is that what that sign says above your couch? And
Me?
No. Larry in his video. I'm sorry.
Oh, Larry.
In his video above his couch, there was a sign that I think said "Only happiness enters here." But sorry, that was off topic.
No, I love it.
So now I'm noticing that you have the Beatles, one of my favorite Beatles signs, like over your thing. Now I'm like checking out people's houses, man.
I got Pink Floyd. I got
awesome
Mac Miller. I got Elton John. We got Afro Man right here.
So cool.
Yeah, there's some Jimi Hendrix.
Jimmy, gotta have Jimmy.
Yeah, what else we got? We got there's another Jimi Hendrix.
I don't know. Your room's decorated. Your room's decorated like pretty much every room I ever had. It's all with the the tapestry you have on your ceiling. Like I have one room that's all decorated with that, hanging on every wall. I have one of those drop down
of tapestries.
Grateful Dead. There you go. Peace.
Yeah, we're hippies too.
Yeah.
I come from a long line of them. I just have more swag than my family. I have the exterior of a fuckboy, but the interior of a hippie.
Yep. There you go. Well,
I like my skate park swag. I like to hang out at the skate park. I gotta blend in with those guys. I can't go out there with a didgeridoo, but I got a couple didgeridoos.
When I was in my 20s, I looked like the leftist hippie that I am. But once I went into the military, it's like all of a sudden I started looking like this like conservative girl. Like when I'm dressed, because like all of my tattoos and piercings and everything, you can't see when you're in uniform. It's like rules. Like you can't.
Right. So
like as long as I was like, when I'm dressed, I look like this conservative girl, but like when I'm off or weekends or whatever, and because I have really long curly hair and stuff, and my hair's down, and I'm like wearing my sundresses or whatever, you can tell that I'm the hippie liberal girl that I am. But other than that, I look like this like buttoned up conservative librarian type person. I don't know, but I'm really not.
Cool. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I like when people look different than they are. I don't know. It kind of like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't see that coming. And I love when people do that, or, I don't know if you do it on purpose or not, but I do.
I do. I like to shock the shit out of people when they meet me. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to take people by surprise.
I like to shock people too.
Yeah. But, so getting back to music.
Yes.
Okay. So the 12th, your new album is coming out, right?
Yep.
And it's called Brain Damage.
Brain Language.
Brain Language. Oh my gosh. I
Yep.
got that totally friggin' wrong, because I was about to ask you why damage. Okay. Brain Language. Makes much more sense.
Yeah. Brain Language is basically, I don't know if you've ever like taken a psychedelic drug with someone that you're really close with, But I have a lot, and you can literally speak telepathically, and I have a lot in my life, and we were like just high as shit, just laughing about everything. Like everything was hilarious, but we weren't using any words. We were just talking with our brains the whole time, and it was a trip. It was so wild, and I think it was the first time I experienced this feeling before of like real telepathy. And we were like, is this just the drugs, or are we really having a conversation right now without talking? It's just so wild. And and then we were just like, what are we gonna call this? And it already has a name. It's called telepathy. But we were just high as shit. Like, what is this? What do we call this? And I was like, brain language. That's what it is. And that was the first time I ever said that word. And I thought it was. And then we just started cracking up because we thought it was so funny. Like brain language is just so simple, and it made sense at the time so much. It was like that was what it was called. It was just so funny. And I remember just cracking up forever about it, and it stuck. And we just used the word brain language a lot after that. And we used it when like just when we're communicating without talking, not even on drugs, just like like you make eye contact and we both know what each other means. Like, okay,
right.
You want me to go get something for you or whatever,
Right.
People do that a lot. So that's brain language. That's what it means. And then it came time to name the upcoming album, and I thought that was a cool name. And,
no, it is.
It made sense for what was going on, and it made sense for the songs in the album. So that's how brain language was born.
Is it going to be on all streaming platforms or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So it's going to be on every streaming platform. I'm going to be pushing it primarily on Spotify and Tidal, but it'll be everywhere. It'll be on Apple. It'll be on Amazon. It'll be on Audius. It'll be everywhere you can find music.
Okay.
And then I'll have there'll be hard copy CDs available for people that like that shit. That'll be available on Apple as well as my website. So yeah, I mean, it'll be available everywhere.
It's so funny because like I have like so many CDs like left over. Like I have 100 CD player in that's still sitting there full of CDs that I don't think I've played in God knows how long. Plus I have like binders, like 3 binders full of CDs. So I must own 1,000 CDs or more. But I have 4,000 like songs or more in my iTunes, plus this and that. You know what I mean? It's like I have so much music. I own so much music. Plus I own vinyl. Like I have a vinyl collection. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with the amount of music that I have. And so when you said it, people are still into that shit. I'm like, I don't know what I would do with another CD. Like I buy them now from friends who are putting them out, just to support them. Like, but I also buy their digital stuff, when they're streaming, So when I get their CD, it kind of like I toss it up with all my DVDs that are just sitting there not being used. It's like we've gone.
I think the new thing for underground artists or for up and coming artists, to push album sales still is just to do a signed copy of the CD.
Yeah,
makes it a little bit cooler for people if they really want it. So that's what I'll be doing. I did that with the last album, just signed CD, because a lot of people won't like you. They'll have a million CDs they'll never listen to, but if it's signed, then that might push them over the edge to buy it. Okay, I'll buy it. Maybe this guy becomes famous in 10 years and it'll be worth it to have.
I buy it just to support my friends. Like, literally.
I do that too.
I
do that too. I think, but yeah, I'm definitely not focusing as much on CDs or CD sales anymore. I'm more focused on the internet moving forward, but CDs are there as well.
Yeah.
Just not really, on the front burner anymore.
I just think it's amazing how much technology has advanced just in my lifetime. I mean, literally just in my lifetime. I remember my mother had an 8-track in her car when I was a kid. And I'm just like blown away by the amount. I think my car outside has a hard drive in it, plus, I can download into the hard drive, plus, it
Yeah.
has everything imaginable. It just automatically syncs to my phone,
These
obviously.
fucking cars, man. You seen these fucking Teslas? The new Tesla, the screen, you've probably seen the screen in a Tesla. They show you, it's not just a back camera anymore. They show you an aerial view of your car somehow.
Yeah,
like a camera view, like
I
down
know,
on your
I know,
car.
I know.
Like how?
I don't know.
I don't understand that.
I don't
Fucking
know.
crazy.
I have an Audi, and it does a lot of crazy shit that I don't understand. Like, I should have a pilot's license to drive that fucking thing, to be honest with you.
Right.
I'm
I
telling you.
don't want a new car for that
No.
reason.
You want to know the car I've always wanted to own is like a GTO. I want with an 8-block.
Yeah.
That's a big block. That's what I want. I've always wanted it, and I don't care how much gas it burns.
Badass.
I know. But that's what I've always wanted. I had a Firebird for, with T-tops for a number of years. And, I've always loved my big sports cars and a Jeep. I always owned a Jeep and a sports car. Always.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I still kept my Jeep. My Jeep got fancier and fancier and fancier to like a Grand Jeep Laredo and stuff. But I somehow got away from the sports car. And I was like, no, I still want my sports car, and where I live now, it's really not, doable to have a sports car anymore. But that's the car I've always wanted, is like a GTO. I want
Right.
with a big block.
I want a G-Wagon.
Ah, there you go.
I want one of those so bad. I want a lime green one. I love Mercedes and I love Jeeps too, and like the G-Wagon is a blend of both worlds.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I know it's like boxy and kind of like bulky, but for some reason I feel like they're just so sexy.
They are. Larry says the big booty Impalas and Monte Carlos. Oh my gosh, when I was in high school.
The Monte Carlo.
When I was in high school in Rhode Island, I've lived in every New England state. I went to high school in Rhode Island. That was the thing, was for all the guys to get the old Monte Carlos and Impalas, and that's what they drove. They'd soup them up and drive those, and that's what they drove back. I'm Sicilian, and all us Wops and Guineas. That's what we drove. The guys would drive the old Impalas and Monte Carlos and soup them up. Yeah, that's what they liked.
That's a trip down memory lane for sure.
Oh yeah. I think my son was conceived in the backseat of one of those. Actually.
Oh my gosh.
TMI. But yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Love it. Memories.
Yeah. Oh gosh, high school. Wow. That was a wild ride. El Camino for me, or a 69 Charger? Yeah. Tesla is trying to drop a neuroprocessor, yes, an implant, that you can drive and operate your car and phone with thoughts and technology. I'm not letting shit being implanted into my head to drive my car. No, thank you.
Absolutely not.
I think AI is going a little. In fact, Alexa bothers me because sometimes I'm sitting next to her and her little blue ring starts going, and I'm like, stop listening to my conversation. Stop it.
Yeah.
Because I think she's listening even though she's not supposed to be listening. I don't trust Amazon and Google, to be honest with you.
I don't trust Jeff Bezos. And I don't shop at Amazon. Actually, I lied. I shop at Amazon seldom, and when I have to, and when when nothing else makes sense other than Amazon, I'll do it. But I really try my hardest not to support Amazon. I know that me not spending $500 a year on Amazon is not going to put a dent in anything for them, but it makes me feel a little better. I don't know. I really don't like Amazon. I don't like the way that
I don't like the power they have and how big they are now.
I don't like the progression that's happening. Like it's not necessarily that I don't like Amazon today, but I just feel like what Amazon's going to become tomorrow, it scares me a little bit.
first I want to say bye, Nico. Thank you for hanging out with us. You know, it's been fun. You've been great in the chat, and have an awesome day, and have an awesome day at work. Um, Tom, 79 El Camino. I don't know. You miss it? I'm sorry, dude. El Caminos. Aren't El Caminos the ones that, like, had, like, the back was
It's like a truck car.
Like the truck
Yeah.
car, right? Why would you miss that? Those things were so weird. And Larry, El Camino with the dualies. Okay, I guess guys like El Caminos. I always thought they were weird looking. I don't know. But anyway, the thing with Amazon, I think they're too big now. Like, here's my thing. Like, I liked Amazon. I've been part of Amazon for a really long time. Like, but I originally started, like, with my Prime membership with Amazon because of books, because I was a reader. And
Right.
so I became an Amazon Prime member because I got a discount on my books, because I used to read a lot. I read a lot all the time. Now, however, and I would get perks, and the perks for shopping were like whatever, because I didn't do a lot of shopping on the internet or whatever. But now that Amazon has partnered with Google, it's like Amazon is huge, and
Yeah.
and I stream everything now. Like, I got rid of my cable company because it was ridiculous that I was paying like $250 a month for cable when I was streaming everything, because I have an Amazon Fire Stick. And so I stream everything in my house. Everything in my house is streamed. So I'm like, why am I paying, this amount of money to Amazon every month to stream everything, and plus $200 something to my cable company? So I got rid of my cable company, and I stayed with just streaming. Well, now Amazon controls all of my streaming services, and I have Alexa. So she sits there, and this is the paranoid part of my brain, sitting there going, okay, Alexa technically is AI. That's what she's there for. She's there to give me the music I want, work my lights if I want to, work my television if I want to, handle anything I want. You can program Alexa to do whatever you want, especially because I have the big hub. And then I have the little dots in each room. So basically, she's listening. Because she's AI, she has the capability to listen to anything that goes on in my house. She can turn herself on whenever she wants, because anytime she hears anything remotely sounding like her name, she turns herself on. And so that scares me, because I'm like, that's how they get all the data. They say it's for ads or for whatever, advertising or whatever, to help your experience better. I don't believe that for a second. I think they collect information on you for other reasons besides just advertisement or whatever, And so you say you're worried about where it's come from to now. I'm worried about where it is now and where it's going to.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Like, I think it's, and maybe that's not so much my generation's worry as it is my children's worry. You know what I mean? Like, what is the world going to look like for them? And that's what I worry about. Like, because I just told you, like, in my generation, like, we went from my mother having an 8-track in her car. I think the first microwave came out when I was a kid. We went from VCRs to CDs, to DVDs, to whatever, in my generation, to whatever it is now, to streaming. So all these things have happened. Like, technology is like fast forward light years in one generation, my generation, And so I don't even, after I'm gone, God knows what's gonna,
Oh yeah, we're just gonna be downloading songs into our brain.
That's what I'm saying. People all, that's why he just said the new Teslas are talking about putting an implant in your head to control your car and your phone. I'm like, the fuck they are. They're not doing that shit to me.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody else, maybe the newest 20-year-old out there is going to be like, okay with that, but nah, I'm not okay with that.
Mm.
I'm not okay with that. Mel, can I show you Mel, I can show you so many YouTube videos where they show how Alexa and Siri listen to you. I know they listen to me. I don't need a video. What do you want to make me more paranoid than I need more drugs than I need more than I need now? I'm good. Like, I worked for the government. I know what the fuck they do. I have seen artificial intelligence. Trust me, to the 10th degree. You guys have no idea what I have seen. Yeah, I know.
I believe you.
I have every right to be paranoid. You guys have no idea. I'd be more worried about the camera in your laptop than, yeah. The camera, or even the camera on your, like, if you have the ability on your television for your television to have a camera on it, that's another one you need to look at. Like, if you have a smart television like mine does, where your television can screen share and stuff, and you have the ability for your television to have a camera.
I don't. I have an old 2002 Mitsubishi or something. It's I don't know what it is, but it's old. It's silver and it's heavy.
It's big and it's. If it's hey, this is the thing. People have to. If it's an HD whatever, you don't have to worry about it. If it's a plasma, you don't have to worry. Plasmas, you don't have to worry. They don't do anything. But if it's a smart one, if it's a smart TV, where it actually connects to the internet on its own, you have to worry.
Yeah, mine's not. This is my TV.
Oh yeah, no, you don't have to worry about that. It's
a dinosaur.
Oh my god, it's still got the big back and everything. No, you're cool. You're good. It's got the built-in speakers on the side.
My TV's, in fact, it's not only not a smart TV, but it's a very dumb TV. It barely gets the colors lined up correctly. You have to bang it a couple times, and fixes the fuzz. I got to replace a little fucking light bulb in it every 6 months.
I actually, the TV in my living room, on one side of it, there's a line that goes down the side, just goes down.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is there just one line going down the side? I don't know why. I'm like, did one little tiny bulb go out? It's just one line. I don't understand, but that's what happens.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. TVs are weird. Anyway, okay, so... Have you released any music off your new album yet?
Yeah, so Passing Through is actually on the new album. A couple of music videos of Passing Through, Kaleidoscope Eyes, and...
Those are on the new album?
Yeah, those. Yeah, so it was a weird thing. I was supposed to release this album. I've been sitting on it for a while.
I'm like, I've been listening to those songs for a year. How can they be on the new album? They are.
The entire album has been finished for a year.
Wow.
I just haven't. Yeah, I actually have my third and my fourth album already finished as well. So when I drop this is my second album. When I drop Brain Language as the second album, I'll be dropping a third album in 4 months. And then I'll drop a fourth album 4 months after that. So I'm going to drop 3 albums this year.
Right. So just so you guys know, he does have a first album out. It's called Undeniable.
Yes.
And that is on Spotify, correct?
That is on Spotify.
Right. So you guys go check out while you're waiting until the 12th. I mean, like he said, he does have stuff from his new album on YouTube and stuff, but go on Spotify and check out Undeniable.
Yes.
Because there's good shit on that too. I own it. I know.
I love it. You own it?
I own it.
That's amazing. Yeah, that album was a kind of I consider it a practice album. Again, I mean that's
what everybody's first album is a practice album. But I'll tell you something, like some people, like their first albums I love because it's like, how do I put it? It's like, it's when you get like the real genuine, not that you're disingenuine afterwards, but it's when you get like the real like raw and genuine part of them, you know what I mean? And so I like the first albums of people because they're not always perfect. And
I think the
it's
music
in
was
that
really
imperfection.
good in the first album. I just think that like our process and recording and like our quality wasn't where I wanted to be. We progressed so much in terms of actual quality. The music itself, the quality of music is phenomenal, but the production, you know, is young.
Well, you're going to be pickier now just because you know more now, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
And you're used to having a better quality of production and product.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's still good.
Totally. Thank you. Yeah, I love the album. I'm excited to bury it though with the second, third, and fourth album. So this year is going to be a pretty big year.
Cool. Thank you, Andrea, for dropping his Spotify link in there so you guys can go and check that out. Oh, how you doing, Saturn? Nice to see you. Saturn's one of the producers that we know. He's extremely talented. Extremely talented. I'm doing for the first time ever, I'm doing a producers contest type thing.
Awesome.
Next month. Just because I work with so many young producers. There are so many talented young producers out there. And it's like, they're like, it would be really cool if you did something, you know, for producers sometime. And I was like, are you like asking for me to? Like, they're like, yeah. I was like, okay, I will. You know,
the artists need the producers. I mean, just as much, and it's vital to the music industry in a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no getting around that. If you can't produce the actual music side of the music, then the lyrics don't hold as much weight.
It's true. It's true. And the other thing is you know, a lot of these guys, you know, there are a lot of these producers out there on Twitter and on Instagram who want to like sell beats to these young artists for like, they're like starting at like $300, $500, somewhere around there. And it's like, they can't afford that, number one. And number two, they don't have the artist's best interest at heart. And so they're kind of starting almost like a collective almost, but where they kind of are, the artist and producers are working kind of together because the artist doesn't always know what the best beat is for what they're trying to accomplish. And and vice versa. So a lot of times I'll hear songs, or they'll bring me songs where they're like, what do you think of this? And I'm like, I think the lyrics are great, but I think the beat sucks. And not that the beat sucks, but the beat sucks for what you're trying to do. You can't, you're not finding the pocket, or these lyrics don't fit this. You can't put this into this because what you're trying to say doesn't fit this pocket or this or that. You know, so it's like, it's almost like they're trying to put the wrong thing with the wrong size. They're trying to, it's like a basketball player trying to wear a high heel stiletto kind of thing sometimes. You know, they're trying to cram a big foot into a small shoe. And so I think here, what's happening now, it's called the network, and what they're trying to do is kind of put sort of a collective together of producers and artists and stuff where they can work together and kind of help each other out. More experience with less experience and so on. And I hope it works out because I think there are people out there who are taking advantage, you know, both ways. I think people are taking
Yeah,
advantage. You know what I mean? And
totally.
and the internet, all the social media outlets are like, especially Twitter is saturated with people who uh, either want to manage you, or like independent labels, or
Hmm.
want to sell you beats, or want to do graphic design, anything like, and it's insane, just insane.
Yeah,
So
I think kind of what I've found for me at least, it's really helpful that works is just trying to learn as much as you can to do things on your by yourself. I mean, I guess I'm kind of lucky in the sense, like for beats and stuff like that. I've never had to purchase anything from anybody, just because I make all my own beats, but I do it in a non-conventional way. Every song, even the rap songs, everything starts on an acoustic guitar. So that's my writing process. I'm writing it on a guitar in my living room,
right,
and then I'll go to the studio and I'll lay individual instruments down. I play 9 different instruments, so most of the music that you hear is me actually playing whatever instruments are on the beat.
right.
So that's definitely been helpful for me in saving money. Not having to purchase beats, but also just things like I've invested a lot into myself for just doing it yourself. I didn't want to pay for T-shirts or pay for hats to get made or pay for merchandise. So I went and over the course of a year, I just was sinking a bunch of money into screen printing equipment and heat transfer equipment and heat presses. I'm wearing a Wild Squad shirt right now, or hoodie right now. I made
Oh,
this.
okay, cool.
So I make all my own merch. My girlfriend or my fiance shoots all of our music videos. I edit all the music videos. So we like everything that we do is basically free. But that's because we like took a long amount of time to learn and perfect everything on our own. So I like the collective idea. I like the idea of people coming together to help each other out, but from my experience, it never pans out. I've tried to be involved in things like that. It's really difficult to get everybody on the same page and to cross help each other out. And there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of one guy's not as serious as the other guy, or there's so many different variables that can make it challenging. Not to say that it won't work and it can't work, because I've seen it work. But for me, I've realized that like if I want to do something, I'm figure out how to do it, So we have like a green screen downstairs. We have, a whole entire photo booth thing set up. Like, really just trying to figure out ways that we can cut out as many people as possible. Not because we want to cut them out, but just because we
No,
know that we want to do it. We want to get it done. Like the homeless music video, it's an awesome video. However, the guy took like a year to get it to
right.
us. That's crazy. We learned how to do music videos, we went out and made a music video, and it was finished in 2 days. So I guess it's just I got tired of waiting on people and tired of people not taking it as seriously as I do, because no one's going to invest in my career more than I am.
That's true.
I can't expect someone to care about what I'm doing on the same level that I care about it.
I
And
all
so in order,
No,
what's
you're right.
that?
I always tell people no one's going to advocate for you more than you're going to advocate for yourself.
Yeah,
And that's the truth.
absolutely.
And if you can cut out the middleman and not have to pay someone else for something that you can do yourself, then why not do that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love collaborating. I mean, I love working with other people, and I like working with like-minded people, and I love collaborating artistically too,
Hmm.
which is definitely I have done with beats, and I have gotten some producers to make beats for me. Um, I mean, I can pretty much make any kind of beat. I can sit down at a piano and I can play any song, but there's something different to it when someone else's mind is on it and they're adding their creative, juices into the mix. So there's definitely a time and place for me to collaborate with other artists and other producers. But when I have a vision and I get tunnel vision, you know, like this is what I want. This is what I'm doing, you know? For when I'm in those kind of modes, it's really nice to be able to do everything, you know, on your own.
I think you're lucky in the fact that you're a musician. You know what I mean? Like you. Oh, thank you. Totally threw me off. Like he comes in like shaking. He's like, drugs. Some of my VA meds came. I'm like, drugs. I'm like, what are you doing? But no, you're lucky because you're a musician. So like you have that, like you're not, like you said, you do all sorts of music. You're a talented singer, talented rapper, but you can play the guitar, you can play the piano. Anything else that you do?
Yeah, bass, violin, saxophone, drums.
Okay, so all pretty much all.
I think that I can pretty much I can fake my way through almost any instrument. Even if I haven't played an instrument before, if I just learn the basics of it, I can fake my way through it. But I guess I'm like the most fluent in guitar, bass, drums, and piano.
Oh, okay.
But
you said violin, and I was like, I've been a violinist pretty much my whole life, so that's cool.
Yeah, I love all instruments, and I try to utilize them as much as possible. But the core, I think, at least for the writing side of it, is the guitar and the piano. It's what I use the most.
That's awesome. I'm like a strings freak, and maybe it's because I've been playing violin my whole life. But like when I hear, especially, I know this is crazy, but like when I hear strings or someone use, I mean, we're talking about beats. Although with you, I like your songs because they're a mix of generally guitar and how do I put it? Like, I like the fact that you sing and rap on your songs, like it's a mixture of both. That's what I like about your music, in particular.
The beats are all pretty much organic. Like 90% of the beats are real live instruments.
Exactly.
We rarely use computer-generated instruments. We do sometimes, but not very often. We try to use as much, even like a tambourine, just like a bell, you know, just anything. Like we use real claps, like we get in front of the microphone and clap, you know.
Right.
We try to do as much, you know, authentic, organic sounds, I guess.
And that's what I like about your stuff is that, and you can ask my people, like I have a habit of going on rants. Like I'll go in a 4-hour live. Like they allow me 2 rants basically right at the 2-hour mark, and and a rant is really only like 3 minutes of me going on about something, but. Yeah. It's usually one of my rants is that I am like so sick of the fact that like real musicianship is going away. Like everything is being computerized, and what has happened to like musicians, like session musicians and musicians going into a studio and actually making music rather than everything, you know, being electronic and being electronically made. And I understand, so I get excited on one hand when there are artists like you who do everything pretty much like organically, and when there are artists like, we'll just say NF, I'll throw NF out there, who actually uses orchestral music and then will throw an electronic beat on top of it, but is still using, you know...
Kanye does that a lot too.
Kanye does too as well. But there aren't a lot out there who are doing that, you know, and so... Yeah. But I do get excited, although I don't care for Kanye all that much. There are a few who do it. J. Cole does it as well. I do like J. Cole. But... Yeah. Anderson .Paak, he does it as well. Well, he's a musician. So you need, you know, he plays the drum, he plays a lot of things. So I guess you have to take into account, by the way, Silk Sonic, I don't know if you know anything about them, but like that whole album just, I don't know. Did you listen to, I don't know if you were into that at all. They had to listen to me do a whole album review on it because I got addicted to it. Are you a fan of Anderson .Paak at all?
So I am not super familiar. However, my executive producer Deborah actually knows them,
Yeah.
and I believe that they've been out to Studio 21.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure. I wasn't there for that, but I believe that they have made a stop here, and I'm pretty sure that my executive producer is a really big fan. I am personally not familiarized too well, but I have seen a couple videos.
He's a lot like you, and that's why I wondered if you knew anything about him. He's super talented in that he's a musician, he's a singer, he does a little bit of rapping, he does a little bit of everything. And he's so he teams up with Bruno Mars out of the blue, like out of anyone. He teamed up with Bruno Mars, and they create this group called Silk Sonic, and they put out an album, An Evening with Silk Sonic, and it's all like a throwback music to like
Right.
70s R&B type stuff. But the funny thing is if you watch some of the videos, it's throughout the music, if you're listening to it, what I think draws in the newer crowd is the ad-libs that they make, that Anderson .Paak makes throughout the music, are so funny, because like Bruno Mars will say things like, just I don't like, just hush, and Anderson .Paak will be in the back saying, like, shut your trap. Like, that'll be the ad lib in a love song. Like, hush, hush, and he'll be like, the ad lib is like shut your trap, and like you catch the ad lib and you're laughing, but like, because they would never say that like in a traditional 70s love song, but that's the ad lib, shut your trap. But like, so anyway, I would just so here's my challenge to you. It's just listen to Silk Sonic, a couple songs. Smoking Out the Window. Smoking Out the Window is probably going to be the funniest one for you to listen to, but it's a great song. And Smoking Out the Window by Silk Sonic is a great one. And yeah, it's a great project that they put together, and I just fell in love with the album and I couldn't stop listening to it. And so because I couldn't stop listening to it, and they I don't think they really understood my obsession with it, I did a full album review on a live one day and made them listen to it.
I love it.
That's the kind of I'm like,
I will check it out for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what they're saying now. What in the world? What in the world are you guys talking about? You know what? I think they're too far gone. What is going on over here? I don't even know. Something, anyway. So, how much of your time? I've taken up entirely way too much of your time. It's been like 2.5 hours. But,
no, you're totally fine. I do have some other things that I have to get done today somewhat soon, but I am totally fine.
Are you sure? Like,
yeah.
Oh, dude. What? I'm sorry, I have a guest. Like,
hi, puppy.
What are you doing up here? What do you want? You want one of these? There you go. I know this is not good for him, but it's the only time I get love. The only time. There you go. Now go away. Go away. Bye. What? Don't look at me like that. I still love you. I'll see you later. Mommy's working. He's like, Mom, my brother's asleep, snoring. I don't know if you've heard my dog snoring.
Mm-mm.
My beagle usually, he sleeps on a bed right next to my desk this whole time and snores incessantly. Like, when I do reactions and everything, that's all you can hear is like a dog snoring. It's horrible.
I love it.
And then I've got this big beast.
Puppy snores are awesome.
For some reason, my streaming thing was down this morning. That's why I was late getting up, which was funny that you were like, I didn't realize the time changed, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, totally don't worry about it because I was late.
Yeah, I actually had opened my eyes for the day at 11 a.m. your time. And I was like, oh, shoot, I have that live stream today. And not sure exactly what's going on. And I get on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, that makes sense. East Coast.
That's why I look at there and I'm like, you would put on there, are we still good for tomorrow? And I looked at the time and I'm like, did he expect me to answer him at midnight last night when he sent this?
Oh, that's funny. I wasn't thinking about the time change at all.
And I was like, I love musicians, man. 11 fucking midnight, and he expected me to answer him.
It was only 9. But that's still kind of late.
On my phone, it said midnight. On my phone, right. But yeah, it was only 9 o'clock your time.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking. I had my 9 o'clock brain on.
It's funny because most nights I can't sleep. I have insomnia really bad.
Yeah.
And I'm dealing with musicians and stuff most nights, so I'm up multiple nights. I don't sleep if I'm out of my sleep meds. So I'll spend like 2 or 3 nights in a row, like up 24 hours. But, so that could have been a night last night could have very well been a night that I was awake, but no, I wasn't. I was racked the fuck out. I was racked the fuck out. But yeah, I woke up and I read it and I was like, I'll answer him now. I bet he's asleep. But
I probably was.
You were very much asleep. Now I'm hot. See, I can't get this hot cold thing under control. One thing. I have cancer, so I'm like my meds. I'm always hot and cold and hot and cold.
No!
I'm cool. I'm cool.
You're vibrant with life, and I can't tell a shred of sickness is even in you whatsoever.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you radiate health, and your smile is beautiful, and I love your energy, everything about it.
Well, thank you. You're lying about my smile. The chemo killed my teeth. But beyond that, thank you.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I sometimes I just put it out there because it's kind of weird behavior where I'm like taking off my sweater, putting my sweater back on, doing this, that. It's mostly.
It's normal to me. I'm always doing that. I've been pacing around my house for a lot of this interview. I'll just sit down and I can't sit for very long. So I'll just stand up and then I'll just walk to my kitchen and then I'll walk back, sit back down. I'm kind of all over the place.
People do that to me all the time.
Yeah.
Well, when I talk to my sister, she does that to me all the time too. I'm like,
I'm a pacer and a fidgeter. I fidget with everything and I pace. More of my time is spent pacing than anything else, probably.
Can I ask Caleb if he listens to other genres of music? Sure. Do you listen to other genres of music?
I listen to every genre of music.
I thought did you miss the tour around his room with all the different posters on his walls? I didn't have to ask him that.
Yeah, I like every kind of music. There's a handful of artists in every genre, even country, that I can get down with. I don't have any boundaries when it comes to music.
I'll ask him this, Carol. Who's the greatest rock band ever?
Coheed and Cambria.
That's not all
my favorite rock band.
him to say.
What's that?
That's not all what I expected you to say.
Do you know who Coheed and Cambria is?
I do, yes, but that's not what I expected you to say.
Yeah, I'm biased to Coheed because my cousin's the guitar player.
I meant
So
like in all history of rock bands.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what
Coheed
you're
Cambria.
saying. You're sticking with that. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I literally I grew up listening to them. They played at my parents' wedding. I have deep emotional connection to their lyrics and rock is probably my least favorite genre of music.
Oh, all right.
So I don't have a huge roster of rock artists that I love. Like I said, I have a handful of artists in at least every single genre that I love, but that doesn't mean I love the whole genre.
Right. No, I'm with
know
you
what I
on
mean?
that one. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that
Yeah,
one.
so rock music is actually my least favorite kind of music. But however, there's lots of rock bands that I do like. I don't know if they'd be considered rock. I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, they're alt rock. That alt rock is my lane. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
I like
towards.
alt rock then. Yeah, so I guess Red Hot Chili Peppers could be put up in my top 5. Coheed's probably obviously up there. Nirvana. I'm from Portland, so Seattle's not too far from me.
Exactly. Same.
Nirvana definitely I don't like Pearl Jam though, so again, it's not. I don't like grunge music, but I do like Nirvana. It's kind of mainstream of me, but it's how it is. Actually, I'm wearing a Nirvana shirt.
I know, Carol.
Right.
He didn't say it, but he said like it's not his thing. That is a Nirvana shirt. You're right.
Yeah, so you're a real fan when you're wearing a shirt.
Although Nirvana is grunge.
Yes, Nirvana is grunge, but fuck Pearl Jam. But Nirvana is grunge. No, I'm just kidding. I just really don't like Pearl Jam.
Do you have something against Eddie Vedder or something?
Yes, I do.
Did they run over your puppy? I mean, what happened?
I don't know. He's too masculine for me. I don't know. It's that overly masculine voice that just kills me. I
don't know. Or the fact that you can't understand a fucking word he says. I mean, which one is it?
I don't know.
I happen to love Pearl Jam, but I'm like a 90s baby. That's my shit. I'm Seattle Sound, 90s grunge. That's my shit. I'm an alt girl, alt rock girl. That's my thing, But so the Seattle Sound was my whole thing. And so that's my music, Soundgarden, Nirvana, Pearl Jam. I mean, that's all me. So I get offended. I get offended when they now today throw bullshit like fucking Mumford and Sons into alt rock. I'm like, that's about as alt rock as fucking. Are you kidding me?
Right.
It's a fucking. They just, if they don't have a place to put it, they throw it in alternative rock, and I'm like, that is not alternative rock. Get that shit out of here.
It's not. I don't even know what to classify Mumford and Sons. It's like
folk something.
It sounds like Amish music to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Yes, but the greatest rock band ever. Not what you were supposed to say, but what everybody.
Okay, how about Guns N' Roses?
It's Led Zeppelin, dude. It's Led Zeppelin. It's always going to be Led Zeppelin. It'll never be anything but Led Zeppelin.
I think that it's Guns N' Roses, though.
Yeah, that's because you weren't alive when Guns N' Roses came out. Were you? No.
I really like I fantasize about living in that time.
Yeah.
And I like the Axl Rose attitude. I know that it's not very PC, especially today. It doesn't hold very well over the time, but I just like the fuck you attitude. I'm gonna throw a TV out of my hotel room and I'm gonna pay you for it and I'm gonna fucking
but you know what? Motley Crue did that too.
Yes, and I love Motley Crue. Yes,
Then
absolutely.
yeah, okay, 100%. So you should have been 17 when I was 17 then, because that's when it all happened.
I like that shit. I like the burn the fucking place down when we leave and leave a check for $1 million, because fuck you.
Yeah, but the problem with Guns N' Roses is because Axl Rose fucked it up so much. Guns N' Roses had so much talent with them, Slash alone. Guns N' Roses had so much talent that they could still, like Metallica, today, could still be making great music. But because
Yeah.
Axl Rose was such a fucking douchebag,
Yeah.
he ruined it, and the band only made really one great album. And that was it. And that album got so overplayed that people who were alive when that album came out can't stand to listen to it. It's like, no, I don't want to ever hear Welcome to the Jungle again. I don't want to ever fucking hear that song again. It got so overplayed. I don't want to ever hear that song again. When people request it on my channel, I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. You know? No, I don't want to ever hear November Rain again. I don't want to ever fucking hear that song again. I have heard it so many times. I reacted to it. No, don't request it on my lives. I don't want to ever fucking hear that song again. But it's not that they're not good music. It's good music. But it got so overplayed in my generation. And then you get so angry because Axl Rose just destroyed that band. He destroyed himself and the potential for that band. I love Metallica. Metallica came out then, and Metallica managed to stick it out and stay together, minus a couple guitar players or so along the way. But they...
Yeah.
You know, James Hetfield's not the easiest guy in the world to get along with, but, you know, they managed to stick it out. Axl Rose was just too big a fuck up. Clash managed to actually keep his career intact and go from band to band to band to have a solo career because he's that talented. And there was a lot of talent. Now, Guns N' Roses, if you do want to see some really good... Now, see, rock is my thing, I'm sorry. But I do like a little bit of everything. But when it comes to things that I really care about, it's like 50% rock, 50% hip hop. Then everything kind of goes
into subcategories.
Exactly. And even, you know, and even then it's kind of like subcategories. Like I like, I'll never say like I'm a huge fan of a particular group, except Led Zeppelin. But I will say that I like a little bit of this group or that group. Like I like this album from that person or whatever. Like people, I think the way of super fans, people who tell me that they like every single thing that one person has put out, I'll call bullshit on, because even groups that I'm fans of, there's always an album where there's one or two songs that you're just like, really?
Yeah.
You know? So when you get these people who are like, oh, I love every single thing that these people have put out, I'm like, really? Every single thing that they put out? You like everything. Because that's not... Really?
That's not realistic.
That's not realistic at all. What did Sweeney say? Ultimate rock star prima donna was Axl Rose. That is true. That he was.
That's why I think I like him. So it's the persona that I like. And again, it's almost like a cartoon character that I like. It's not like I don't know. Yeah, it's that
he was a dick. But I did hear that Motley Crue, their rider, was like ridiculous when they went places. Like, out of all the rock bands, Motley Crue's rider was the most ridiculous out of all of them. Like, the things they expected were like ridiculous. Metallica, Saint Anger sucked. What? What do you know, Carol? I was so mad about that album. Okay, well, it's one album out of how many? Listen, woman. Edward says the Kinks. Well, Edward. Gene Vincent. First rock song, 1948. I wasn't even alive in 1948. My mother wasn't alive in 48. My mother wasn't even alive in 48, Edward. I don't know. I don't know who. I don't. Gene Vincent, first rock song, 1948. Bebop Alula. Oh, okay. Or the Kinks. I don't know where you're going with this, but like 48 is going back a ways. Like, that's 2 generations before me, dude. which means it's 3 generations for him because he's like, because I guarantee you're probably the same age as my son.
Like 29.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
youngest son. I'm old. I'm
I'm
old.
old too. Getting there.
No, you're not, dude. You're not old. Don't say you're old at 29. That makes me seem ancient. Once you have a grandchild, then you can start saying you're old. Even when like I made my mom. I had my first kid at 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my second one at 19. I started super young, and so then I was a really young mom. Like I moved out at 16, got my own apartment, never looked back, just did my thing. But because I had my kids really young, I became a grandma really young.
Yeah.
And I was a really young mom, but like when it was my youngest son who made me a grandmother. I wanted to kill him. I was like, dude, I told you, like, I gave you guys the banana lesson, the condom talk. Like, they hated me because I kept a drawer. I had 2 boys, right? So I kept a drawer of condoms in the bathroom. Like, and every time, like, from the time they hit puberty on, every time they would leave the house, I'm like, did you hit the bathroom drawer first on your way out? Mom, we got it. Ma. I'm like, do we need to have the time? Ma, I'm good.
That's
I'm good.
hilarious.
So, like, picture this day. My oldest son and his girlfriend are like, they came up to visit me. And my oldest son says to me, you need to talk to your son. I said, I am talking to my son. You're right in front of me. No, your other son. Okay. What'd your brother do now? Is he in jail or did he wreck another car? Because that's generally what he did. And he's like, well, no, he didn't go to jail. But like, those were the two options that crossed my mind with my younger son.
Right.
Because he was my wild child. And he's like, just call him. Mom, you got to call him. So I called him. I'm like, hey, Sky, what's up? He's like, hi, Ma. I'm like, he's like, how you doing? You know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, you only talk to me like that when something's up. Your brother said I need to call you. Why do I need to call you? He's like, oh, well, how do you feel about being a grandma? I said, I feel like I'm too young to be a grandma. He's like, can you change how you feel about that? I'm like, do I have to? He's like, well, yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah is pregnant. And I'm like, how far along is she? 6 months. 6 months? 6 months. Like, how long have you known? Well, like, since she was like 3 months. 3 months. 6 months. I was more angry that she was 6 months pregnant and he didn't tell me than that she was pregnant to begin with. I mean, because he was 20, you know, but still, like, 6 months? Dude.
That's so funny.
And you didn't tell me. Your brother had to tell me because you were too chicken to come to me and tell me because my youngest son was always like the, I don't want to disappoint mom thing because I'm the baby. I don't want to, you know, mom, like I don't want to disappoint mommy type thing. Whereas like my oldest son, because I had him so young and it was just him and there's 4 years between my kids. So like he and I kind of like grew up together kind of thing. It's a different relationship with my kids. You know?
Yeah.
So like my oldest son would have told me, but it would have been like, yeah, I kind of screwed this up and blah, blah, blah. He would have been more straightforward with me about it. Whereas my youngest son's like, no, I don't want to go tell mom. Mom's going to be mad. She's going to be upset. She's going to be disappointed in me. Yeah, damn. I was disappointed that you waited 6 friggin' months to tell me, you idiot. But she was born on my birthday. My first granddaughter. Born on my birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I can't be mad at that. She's my angel, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She's my angel. I can't be mad. I'm not mad at her. Her idiot father. Didn't matter how many condoms I put in that bathroom drawer. He didn't use them, I guess, even after all that. It's just a lesson. There's a lesson
Gotta learn
there.
lessons the hard way sometimes.
Yep, there's a lesson there somewhere. He's more like his mother, I guess, than I thought. I
Apple
don't know.
doesn't fall far.
They both got, like, there's two halves of me. There's, like, I told you, there's that button-up military, like, OCD girl, and then there's the girl underneath with all the tats and piercings. One got one side of me, and one got the other side of me. And that's that. Yeah, I love
how it goes.
I love my boys, though. They're good.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Definitely.
No girls, thank God. I'd kill one.
Yeah. Girls are hard. I don't have any, but I hear they're hard.
I had a stepdaughter that I raised from the time she was... I had two stepkids. From the time they were like 9 and 7 until they were adults. They didn't have a mom. And my stepdaughter, I love her to pieces, but once she became a teenager... yeah, she was... lucky she made it out of this house alive. No. So a lot of the time we had a lot of fun, but God, girls, when they sass back, women are vicious. We're vicious we learn how to do it, and we're just bad. So are you from the Portland area originally? I mean, no, you said that you were not originally.
My family is from all over.
Right.
But me, I'm from the Northwest originally. I was born in a hippie town, college city called Eugene, Oregon.
Wait, no. The funny thing is that I told you I grew up in Southern California. My best friend moved to Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah.
When I moved back to the East Coast. That's so weird.
Eugene's a cool little town. I'm only like an hour away from it now. It's not too far from Portland. So that's where I was born, and pretty much my whole life have just stayed within the, Washington and Oregon and California, the West Coast. But Portland is really where I grew up, like going to school and things like that.
That's so bizarre, because the only other time I've ever heard Eugene, Oregon is when my best friend moved to Eugene, Oregon. Like, we moved back to Massachusetts, and then a month later, my best friend, her mom, moved their family moved from California to Eugene, Oregon. Her name was Stephanie Campbell, and she had a sister. Well, her next youngest sister was my sister's best friend, and then she had two twin little sisters, and then an older brother, Todd. And they all moved to Eugene, Oregon, which was so weird. And then in my 20s, I went out there to visit her, and they were still there. Well, Todd had moved back down to California, but the rest of them were still there in Eugene, Oregon. And it's the only time I've ever been to Eugene, Oregon, and it's the only time I've ever heard it mentioned before. And
if you don't know where it is,
man.
It doesn't make headlines. Most people don't know where Eugene, Oregon is.
I do, and that's just weird that's where you're from. It's a nice little place, and that's just bizarre. I'm sorry, I'm kind of taken back that that's where you're from.
A small world.
It is a small world. Everything's
connected somehow. Yeah, Eugene's beautiful. It's a nice little town. Like I said, it's a hippie town. The Oregon Country Fair is hosted in Eugene.
Is it?
And it's
I just lost him. You guys are talking about what happened. Buffering. They celebrate Bon Scott in the town where he was born for a week in Scotland. What the hell are you guys talking about? Your daughter brings out the worst in you. Oh God, you guys talking about this buffering thing again. Even my phone's off. I lost him. Oh, guys, we're past time, aren't we? Hey, how you doing? I don't know, I just lost my guy. He froze up and then we lost him. I'm hoping I can get him back. But we've been talking forever, so... We've been talking for like 3 hours. No, he froze up and then we lost him. Yeah, I've been on for over 3 hours now. No, it's been a good interview. He's such a great guy. Oh, 3.5 hours. There you go. Yeah, I knew we were almost done. But I wanted to at least say goodbye to him and play one more of his songs before we left, but... Oh my goodness, you gotta move it. Where do you have to move it to? I need food. I open this, he's gonna be over here on me in a second, but it's all I've got over here. It's weird. I don't think I'm gonna get him back. Same park, different spot. Oh, well, there you go. I hope you don't get, like, ripped off by your lot rent. A girlfriend of mine pays a fortune in lot rent. Does he? I don't know what happened. He froze up. I'm going to tell him. I put the link back in there for him. Hop back on if he wants to. Yeah, it just cut off. It just froze up. It just froze up on me. He froze up and then he was gone. We've only got about a half an hour left of the stream. Holy crap, that's as much as my mortgage is. Which is nothing compared to, like, most people pay. Like, I'm used to paying, like, almost $1,000 in rent, so I know I pay nothing for a mortgage. Scotland's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Did you tell him, Andrea? Alright. I'm just going to thank him for the interview. I'm gonna message him right now. My eyes are itching me. Stop, dude. Do you mind? What's on your face? Give me your eye. What's on your face? You know I don't like it when you have boogery eyes, dude. Don't bark at me. Alright. I got him. I sent him something. He is such a fucking sweetheart, man. And his music is so good. So good. Okay, so you guys remember, Caleb's new album drops on the 12th. Please go to all of his things, all of his social medias, his YouTube. He said that his album is going to be being released on all streamings, but mostly on Tidal and, my lord, Spotify. So please check out his new album. A lot of his new album stuff is the stuff that says 1 year ago on YouTube. Because he's been working on it for a while. So, dude, really? Come on now. You're being a little obnoxious now. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Don't drool on my computer. So yeah, definitely check his shit out. And definitely on the 12th, pick up his new album. And then also he said he already has like his 3rd and 4th album already in the tuck waiting to be released. And he's going to have a releasing schedule for this year where he's basically going to be releasing a song a week. So I'm looking forward to that. So we're going to have a lot of music from Caleb this year, and I'm really excited about it because I really like his music. And I knew he would have the type of music that James would be into. So, yeah, good stuff. I want to thank Andrea for finally getting this interview for me because, yeah, we've been looking forward to doing this interview for a while now. And, we were finally able to like line it all up and get it done. So I'm excited about that. One more. This is it. The last one. Last one. No more. It's not good for you. And I got all kinds of dog hair in my fish. Dude. That's it. Oh, bye. Now you don't love me anymore. Fucking dog. Okay. He is his mama's boo. And I wanted to show you guys the new t-shirts that said Mama's my boo on it. And I can't because my eCam's all screwed up today. Thank you. Yeah. He just loves me for my fish. That's it. Yeah, I figured Caleb would be your type of vibe. That's why I was surprised you didn't. I thought you would know who he already was. But yeah, he definitely gives off the same type of vibe of the stuff that you listen to, so I knew you'd like him, James. But yeah, I'll definitely save this stream and keep it up because I know Caleb will want to watch it. I think the only part that would keep this stream from staying up is me playing that Yellow Wolf song at the very beginning. In which case, I will take it out because I think that was the only I think that's the only song I put in there that would block the stream, is that Yellow Wolf song. I'll have to see. But, guys, I gotta pee really bad, and I gotta eat something, and, you know. right? Like, it's been 3.5 hours, right? What are we at now? Oh, yeah. It's time to go. It's time to go. I love you guys to death, but it's time to go. Well, the podcast is starting this month. So, it'll be up and running come, say, April. We'll be doing them once a week, at least. Once a week, there'll be a podcast with interviews, artist interviews. Because I don't want to take up the live time for artist interviews. That should be for music. You know what I'm saying? Andrea. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed the interview today. Thank you for being here. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. That hurts really, really bad. Why am I doing it? Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow. Fuck. See, you guys think it's actually, normally I'm mirrored, so you guys don't realize that it's this shoulder, it's this collarbone that I hurt, but usually I'm mirrored, so it looks like this one, but it's not, it's this one. Anyway. All right. It's time to say bye until next time, and what a great interview. Thank you, Carol. With Hatter. What? Thank you all for the view time. Looking forward to seeing you the next stream. With Hatter. What with Hatter? Bye, everyone. Take care, Mel. Great stream. Bye, Mel. Have a great day. You too, Zach. What about with Hatter? Podcast with Hatter? I had talked to him about doing that, but I don't think that was a long time ago. He never said anything about one way or the other. I originally wanted to do a podcast with him, but I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. You guys have an awesome day. Love ya. Bye.